Just mute.
Welcome everybody to the Sideline Study Podcast. How you guys doing? It's Coop here. We're back for another week of NFL football talk. I want to thank all of you guys here who are joining us live on YouTube. And I'd like to welcome back my co-hosts to the Sideline Study. First of all, we got over there the Green Bay Packers fan with the hat. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. JP Baker from the Kobo Show. How you doing, bud?
Sorry, I had to mute. My kid's fucking losing his collective shit.
It was good. Great intro.
I'm doing good. I do want to talk about fucking Mike McCarthy. I do want to talk about fucking Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady one more time. My stance has not changed. Mm-hmm. I still think Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in the NFL. I do want to talk about why I disagree with fucking Mike McCarthy firing, period. I also want to talk about college. When we get to college football, I want to talk about the expansion of the playoffs, and I want to talk about who's in and who's not. So, yeah, I'm back. I'm better than ever.
Hey, no, it's good to have you back after a few weeks. The first week you popped in. And then the last week, me and Bobbit have pulled the fort down. And speaking of which, Bobbit, how you doing tonight, bud?
I am doing good, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk football and possibly slap with somebody in the penis.
What? What? Okay. I'll make sure that. Oh, I'm flying low. Here, I'll zip that up. And I believe we've got Heather over there. Goonie, hi. I just want to give a shout out to you.
Hi. I'm working with the baby here.
She's losing her collective shit because she's only not feeding her.
I wanted to give a shout out to her because she's been doing awesome. And hey, it's good to have you guys back. The gang is back together. All of you guys here on YouTube are watching. And hey, I'll let you guys just take it away. What was your thoughts on this week in football, guys?
Well, I'll say this again. What did I say at the beginning of the year? It's going to be one of those fucking years. Look at the fucking Patriots lost to the Dolphins in a fucking weird way.
Oh my God.
Who else? The Browns. I picked the Browns to win that game. I picked the Browns. I just did not see, and I don't even remember who they fucking played, but I know
Carolina.
With the way Carolina's been playing, I seen it coming from a mile away. What else? Who else got beat that shouldn't have got beat?
There was
I was utterly shocked by the Colts beating Houston just because I don't think Houston showed up for that game. I didn't get to watch it. I didn't see it. I'm not going to say that the Colts outplayed them because the Colts, what was the final score of that game? Wasn't it like 6-0 or something like that? Wasn't it like
24-21 was the final score.
Yeah, well, they almost lost in the end. Mm-hmm. The Colts made a couple of mistakes, and the Texans made mistakes too. And I've said this numerous times, if you make mistakes, it costs you. And it did. You look at Green Bay from last week with Arizona. You make mistakes, you're not going to fucking win. Any given Sunday, that term, any given Sunday, shit happens. It's not like the Packers have fucking 4-time defending Super Bowl champions and lost to the worst team in the NFL. It's happened. The Patriots lost to the fucking hapless Dolphins. And they are hapless. I'm sorry. I'm not shitting on the Dolphins. Just the Patriots are way better than everybody in their division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're
way better. Yeah. What the fuck they were doing having Gronkowski playing fucking safety, I have no fucking idea. Tannehill can't throw the ball that fucking far. Because that's what they were doing. It was a fucking Hail Mary. That's why he was out there, because he's 6'8".
Yeah. No, it was I gotta say, everybody's saying that the Miami play, that's one of the greatest plays in NFL history.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I will say this. It was pretty good. It was a really good – it was one of those the band is on the field moments.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to say that. probably one of the best plays that I have seen, and I'm gonna be biased here. Is Aaron Rodgers with his Hail Marys.
Yep. Yeah, the Hail Mary.
The Hail Mary against the Arizona Cardinals in a playoff game to tie it at the end is one of the great plays. And not even by Aaron Rodgers, it was by his receiver.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the Hail Mary throw by Aaron Rodgers at the end of the Detroit Lions game. He threw that ball how far? Like 70 yards to the fucking end zone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, there's NFL is. I said it at the beginning of the year, and you can go back and look at the video. It's going to be a crazy year, and it has been. It has been.
Absolutely. And Bobbit, what games did you get to watch?
I didn't get to watch much because I was dealing with a giant snowstorm over here. But I did see the fucking Bears beat the Rams.
Yeah,
that utterly shocked the living hell out of me.
I didn't think. I will say this about the Bears: they have a really good defense. I thought it was going to be close, but I had the Rams winning that game just because I thought their offense would do something, and they didn't. Their offense didn't show up.
Yeah.
Again, mistakes kill fucking teams. Kills a game. If you turn the ball over 4 fucking times in one fucking game against a defense like that, you aren't winning. You're not.
Yeah. It was quite the gut punch seeing Chicago beat the Rams, which is a Super Bowl favorite, because I am another week closer to retirement soon.
They aren't winning the Super Bowl. I don't see them winning the Super Bowl, and here's why. Because that game was at home.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that I said. You get the Rams and the fucking Bears, the Rams or the Bears, and it's ultimately going to be this. They ain't beating the Saints. The Bears are not beating the Saints. I don't see it.
Speaking of which, did you see how the Saints was struggling against the Buccaneers as well? I was very shocked by that.
What was it? Who said it last week in the chat? Because when Heather and I were sitting here, she was writing down all the picks from last week. The Buccaneers have one of the best defenses in the league over the last 7 games or something like that. Or something like that. Okay. So, and I can see it. As long as you play smart and not play dumb, you're going to be fine. It's the NFL. These guys are pros. The Buccaneers, yes, they've struggled this year, but they're pros. Any given fucking Sunday, and I keep reiterating that.
What are we going to do with you?
My kid is losing in her collective shit.
Hey, we got a new cheerleader here for football.
Yeah, she's like yelling at me to shut up or something.
She must be a Bucs fan in the future.
Oh, no.
She got a poopy diaper? You just changed her, didn't you?
I did.
Give me a second.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
Here, I'll take over for a little bit because there's some games that I got to watch. Like the Kansas City game was probably the one that I got to watch the most. Patrick Mahomes, you could tell that just for being who he is, he's struggling with holding on to the ball. He turned the ball over a couple of times. So he's still making those mental mistakes as a quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. So down the line, going into the playoffs, I'm questioning right now if Patrick Mahomes is going to have that mentality of making sure he doesn't turn the ball over going into the playoffs. It's going to be super important about that. So I did notice that from the Kansas City Chiefs game on Sunday.
I'm gonna speak into the Kansas City Chiefs. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Mahomes, I said at the beginning of the year, he's a good quarterback. He reminds me a lot of a taller, bigger Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you looked at some of those throws that he made, they weren't good. They were fucking lucky. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? Look at that catch that Tyreek Hill caught. He's lucky that was – I could have very easily have been picked. The guy took himself out of position to pick that off. Because you look at where he was and look at where Tyreek Hill caught that ball. That could have very easily have gone the other way. So to say that fucking Patrick Mahomes deserves the MVP, I don't see it. Yes, he's having a great year, but he's not beating the Rams. He's not. In fact, they didn't. Look at that game. And I'm not sure. Yeah, we weren't here. That game, we were in the hospital, I think, for that game, weren't we? That game showed me a lot about Patrick Mahomes, about the kind of player he is. Good player. However, when you have to rush and throw and hurry things, shit like what happened to him in that game is going to happen to him because that's the kind of player he is. People are going to like some of the things he does, and people are going to be like, why in the fuck did you throw that? And in that game, you sat there, and they had a chance to win. He caved under pressure. That, to me, is not an MVP player.
I will give him credit, though. He did come out swinging, having the most touchdowns, I think, right now for a quarterback at the beginning of the year, right? So that's probably, if he was up there for an MVP candidate, that's probably the reason why.
It's because of his yard. And if you're going to base it off of his yards and his touchdowns, like I said, again, if you look at some of the throws he made Sunday, and I looked at that, like 3 or 4 or 5 throws that he made, that no-look throw, no quarterback does that. And that's not a good play.
No, it's not.
That makes – what if he threw that and a guy got a pick 6 out of it because everybody's thinking he's going over here, but he throws it over here, and the defensive back sees it. It's a pick 6. It's going the other fucking way. You don't do shit like that. If I was coaching that, I would fucking lay into him.
I got that shit there. Sorry about that.
No, that's right.
Bobbit, did you want to chime in on that?
No, because JP pretty much nailed it.
He always does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to give Baltimore credit. They came out and they played ball, man.
Yeah, they did. They made mistakes. They're one of those teams. And I picked Baltimore. Both Heather and I did. I know you picked. She picked Kansas City. I picked Baltimore because of the defense that Baltimore has. They have that ball hawk defense. And Mahomes got fucking lucky.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it now. He got lucky. And anybody that wants to argue with me, that's fine. But you look at some of those throws, no fucking quarterback in the right fucking mind would make throws like that. That's just somebody that thinks he can do it. He can. He's got the arm for it. Again, he's got Brett Favre arm. But you don't fucking do that. And that's why Brett Favre only won 1 fucking Super Bowl because of those kinds of throws. Don't be surprised if Patrick Mahomes never wins a fucking Super Bowl because of the kind of quarterback he is.
I've said it ever since the very beginning. I'm questioning the turnover rate with Patrick Mahomes going into the playoffs.
Yep.
That's probably what we all need to keep an eye on. Is he going to have that mentality, right? Make sure he doesn't turn the ball over in the playoffs. That's
right.
One thing that you can't do.
Yes, you can't turn the ball over. I don't care who you are. I don't care how good you are.
But I must give credit to Baltimore's defense for coming out and confusing the crap out of Patrick Mahomes, man.
But he made plays at the end.
Yeah.
And it was that game went into overtime, did it?
Yes, it did.
So I wouldn't say that Kansas City is there yet. Trust me, they're getting there, but they're not there yet. Somebody's got to rein this kid in. And Andy Reid was a quarterback's coach in Green Bay. So he should be able to reel him in. He just has not done it yet. I don't know why he lets him do what he does. If that was me, I would sit him down and dude, fucking stop doing that shit. If nothing's there, throw it the fuck away like Aaron Rodgers does, or take off and run with the fucking ball. You have the leg for it. Do it. You don't need to make these fucking crazy ass throws. You're a highlight reel. That's all you are. That's not MVP like.
Right. And just like a baseball player, if he keeps throwing, at some point his shoulder's going to go out, right? I don't know what the wear and tear is for quarterbacks not to throw too much, but you don't want him throwing out a shoulder. Just like a professional baseball player, you throw too much to pop their shoulder out, kind of thing.
Right.
Heather, did you want to say anything about the Ravens at all, or?
I'm shocked they're keeping Lamar Jackson out there so long.
I'm shocked that they're playing him as well. But go ahead.
But even at the end of the game, There must be something very wrong with Flacco's hip for them to have him still out. And for them to sit there and pull Jackson and put in Griffin.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
In the overtime.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. But
I think he might have gotten hurt on that sack at the end of the.
It could have been, yes. I got to look at the news again.
But didn't Flacco play last week?
No, I think it was Lamar Jackson's been playing the last few weeks, I think.
Okay. Lamar's been out there for 3 weeks.
Okay, I haven't really been paying attention. I've been watching the Packers. Plus, I've been in the hospital focusing on,
Yeah, I think they've been rolling with Lamar Jackson for a few weeks.
Okay, now the thing with Lamar Jackson, if Flacco is good to go, which I don't know if he's not, because he was questionable, right?
Yeah.
Why would you pull him
in overtime
if he's played the whole game and then put Robert Griffin in, who is cold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Robert Griffin is a better quarterback than fucking Lamar Jackson is right now.
Well,
Not saying that he isn't gonna be better. I'm just saying right now, I think Robert Griffin, because he's got experience, I probably would have had him. If they pull him, I can understand why they did it, but your playbook's limited.
It was really risky because the first play that Robert Griffin came in for, he almost threw an interception.
Right. So that's, again, because it's a cold quarterback you're bringing in.
Right.
And Robert Griffin isn't that good.
And it's in overtime, so it's a high-stress situation as well.
But I don't think and here's another thing about Lamar Jackson. I don't think he fits what Baltimore is trying to do unless they change their offense completely.
Yeah.
Because he's not worthy of a first-round pick. I mean, what did he have for yards? He didn't even have 150 yards passing at the end of the game. He had like 120 yards passing. I want my quarterback to be able to throw the ball 30, 35, 40 times a game, complete passes downfield, complete the short stuff, more like an Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady. Not run the ball 30 fucking times. The NFL is not suited for fucking running quarterbacks. It's not. Scrambling quarterbacks, yes, if they have to get outside the pocket, they need to fucking develop this kid. That's the bottom line.
Here's the stats. I looked it up here for you. Lamar Jackson went 13 for 24 in completion rate for 147 yards and 2 touchdowns.
There you go.
And he had 13 carries for 71 yards.
Do you want your quarterback carrying the ball 13 fucking times? Do you want your first-round pick carrying the ball 13 fucking times in a game?
That's ridiculous.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's why would you risk him running the ball so much? I mean, I understand Cam Newton's a bigger guy, but he's the one individual that I would.
But even then, he doesn't run the ball 13, 14, 15 times a game.
No, he doesn't.
All of his rushes, he's trying to stay in the pocket. Well, Cam Newton's got a whole bunch of other fucking issues that, and Bobbit can probably vouch for that. But, and I'm going to let him speak on it here in a second, if that's okay.
Oh, absolutely.
But you look at Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson. Cam Newton is the bigger guy, but he has a better arm. He's more accurate, and he has the playmakers around him. I don't know what Baltimore has for receivers. I don't think they have what they had.
They don't.
Baltimore has Willie Snead, Michael Crabtree, and John Brown.
Okay, yeah. Well, Michael Crabtree's he's decent. He's getting older.
So is Crabtree.
Snead, he was okay when he was with New Orleans, I think is where he came from.
Yes.
And the other guy, I don't even know who the fuck he is.
John Brown came from Arizona. He's one of the guys.
Like I said, I don't even know who the fuck that guy is.
Sorry, I was a fantasy nerd.
Bobbit, do you want to elaborate on? Am I right when I'm talking about Cam Newton here? He has more issues than what?
Can we just get rid of him already?
I don't think they will, because he is a good quarterback, but his issue, and I've said it before, is leadership. His leadership skills fucking suck. That's where he fails with me.
I think Carolina would be better if we got rid of Ron Rivera and Cam Newton. Honestly,
I think here's another. We're gonna get into this with the Mike McCarthy thing. I think he's lost the locker room.
Yes. I think that's why they fired him.
because
Not Mike McCarthy.
now that Carolina's lost to fucking Cleveland, I'm done with this season. This season's dead to me now.
Bobbit, you're so angry. You're about as angry as I usually am.
They lost to the fucking Browns.
The Packers lost to the Cardinals.
I'd rather lose to the Cardinals than the fucking Browns.
No, the Browns are better than the Cardinals, Bobbit.
The Cardinals are one of the worst teams in the league.
Yes. I would rather. The Browns aren't bad. The Browns aren't bad. What is their record? 5-6-1? 5-6 aren't they like 500?
Yeah, they have like 5 wins, I think.
See? The Cardinals are, what, 3 wins?
Yeah.
They came into the Green Bay with 2 wins. The Cardinals lost to the fucking Lions.
All right, let's check your diaper.
Need I say any more?
Well, hey,
Diapers are going to behave like
the
this.
offense has really clicked for the Cleveland Browns. They're getting at 20 points.
I still don't buy Baker Mayfield though.
Nope.
I still don't buy him.
I don't really want to chime in there because the Jets beat the Bills. That's not too bad.
I picked the Bills
for joy.
I picked the Bills because I thought that they had finally found they got Josh Allen back and they were starting to play well again. And then they lay an egg. And I'm not saying that the Jets are better than the Bills, aren't they? Anyway? Well, I mean, record-wise, correct?
Yeah,
the Jets are better. Yeah, well, okay. So, I mean, that game could have gone either way. I almost picked the Jets because I'm sitting there. I'm like, I should pick the Jets. But I didn't because I said I'd never pick the fucking Jets again.
I think Bobbit, I chose the Bills last week. With I went against my own team and I lost. I got oops.
Right.
What do you guys? I'm sure there's other things that we wanted to get into. You wanted to get into the Mike McCarthy thing, right?
I want to get into. There's a lot of people. I got a lot of fucking heat on fucking Facebook for fucking saying what I said. Look. Everybody can sit here and say, well, it was time for McCarthy to go. Was it really? Was it really? Because I've watched Green Bay my whole fucking life. Mike McCarthy is one of the best coaches Green Bay ever had. I will go one step further. Not quite as good as Mike Holmgren, but he is right fucking there. And to fire this guy in the middle of the fucking season is kind of a slap in the fucking face to a guy that has given everything he has to his team. Regardless of their record. Because they're still in the playoff hunt. They aren't dead yet. Their record is 5-7-1. Minnesota got beat.
Oh, yeah.
Who did they lose to?
The Seattle Seahawks.
The Seattle's playing well.
They ran the ball well.
But don't get excited about the Seahawks. They aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not bragging too much.
Look, Mike McCarthy did not lose the locker room. The players are playing inconsistent. And I don't think Rodgers had anything to do with it because there was a press conference up here that stated as much. Mark Murphy came out and said Aaron Rodgers has nothing to do with who we bring in and who we don't. And anybody that thinks that, and Aaron Rodgers probably has the only gripe in the world, and he's probably they're using Mike McCarthy as a scapegoat, in my opinion. If anything, they need to fucking Find someone to be a leader in that fucking locker room. They have one of the youngest locker rooms in the league. Who's the oldest guy on that fucking team? I think it's Aaron Rodgers. What's he doing? Is he not speaking up? Because he'll say something, and he said it his fucking self in a fucking press conference. He said, I've got to make better fucking throws. Receivers have got to finish their fucking routes. Our fucking offensive line needs to finish blocks. Our fucking defense needs to fucking pay attention to coverage. It's not the fucking coaches. It's the fucking players. And they use the fucking coach as a fucking scapegoat. That's what pisses me off. Stop using the coach as a fucking scapegoat. If that means getting rid of your best player to prove a fucking point, then by all means fucking do it. If that means getting rid of fucking Aaron Rodgers, get rid of him. It's proven a fucking point. That's what I'm getting at. Or bench his ass. Aaron Rodgers has been a leader on the field, but he has failed this year. Because all he'll do is he'll sit there and he'll fucking lose his shit on the fucking field, and they won't do anything about it. Nothing fucking happens. That tells me the players don't give a shit. They're getting their fucking payday. Cutting Jordy Nelson, he was retiring after this year anyway. That's why Green Bay cut him.
Well said.
So and it was the general manager that cut fucking Jordy Nelson. It wasn't Mike McCarthy. They cut Jordy Nelson to cut costs. They were over the salary cap. And that's a Ted Thompson thing.
I do remember at the beginning of the season, Aaron Rodgers questioned this team going into the season, right? So
he didn't. Well, he questioned it, but he always questioned the team. He always questions. He always comes into the season like they never play great in the preseason. He always questioned, well, we just got to play better. You listen. Did you watch the press conference with Bill Belichick? He should have been fucking fired after the fucking game on Sunday. That was his call. That was a bad fucking call. What the fuck is Rob Gronkowski doing playing fucking safety? That's what I want to fucking know. If I was Robert Kraft, I would have fucking fired him on the fucking spot.
Yeah, I know he's a big body in that, but you can't do everything, right? But especially tackle. Well said, man. Well said. Because I totally agree with you. Firing Mike McCarthy in the middle of the season when the Green Bay Packers still have a chance to win.
Rick, I'm talking. Rick in the chat said, "Go watch Greg Jennings." Greg Jennings was another guy. It's the same thing. He was one of those guys. He got tired. Green Bay got tired of his shit. So they cut his ass. Sweet. Oh, well.
I totally give a shout out to everybody in the chat.
I'm not yelling. I'm kind of yelling because I'm passionate about my team. However, when it comes to firing a coach because he so-called lost the locker room, I watched the game last. If you didn't watch the game last week to this week, it still took them 3 quarters. And I disagree with you. Jennings was not the best wide receiver Rodgers ever had. Donald Driver was the best receiver Rodgers ever had.
Oh, wow.
I'll argue with you about that all fucking day.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard about
Donald Driver made Greg Jennings look good. Rodgers did make fucking everybody on that team look good. It had nothing to do with Greg fucking Jennings. Greg Jennings was a good player. He wasn't great. Oh, I know, really terrible. Well, I'm sorry.
Absolutely not. This is awesome. I do want to mention something else because you mentioned that the firing the Vikings just fired their offensive coordinator,
and there's another thing, and I'm just going to talk about that real quick, and then Bobbit, who's a new Packer fan, can throw his 2 cents in. This guy that got fired from Minnesota was one of the front runners to get the job in Green Bay. I don't want that guy on my team. If he can't fucking get Minnesota, who has more talent on their fucking team than Green Bay,
Yes.
You know?
Filipino or whatever his name is. I can't. He just got fired from the.
They fired him because they aren't, and they have one of the better offense because of one bad game. The offense is doing fine. It's the defense that's failing. But here's the thing: is Kirk Cousins really that fucking good?
Nope.
Not that good.
So again, why are you firing? If anything, Mike Zimmer needs to be fucking fired.
Yeah, that's a good question because we wanted to know if Mike Zimmer should have been fired. But the offense hasn't really been clicking for the Vikings for the past few weeks. So
because they got Kirk Cousins as a fucking quarterback.
Right. And that's why I wanted to bring that up with you, just because there were a couple firings that happened.
Yep. And that DeFilippo is his name. He was one of the front runners for the Packers head coaching job. If he gets hired, why?
Yeah, if he gets hired.
Why didn't you just keep fucking McCarthy? Because you're going to get the same fucking thing from this guy. That makes no fucking sense. It's another thing. Bobbit, what do you think about all this shit that I've been talking about?
Whoever the Packers hires, he needs to be like, he needs to be a leader in the locker room.
But you got to rely on your players. You got to rely on your players to be leaders in the locker room. I want my head coach to me. I'm sorry, Bobbit. I'll tell you what I want. I want a guy that will manage the fucking game for me. Mike McCarthy actually kind of did that. He made a couple bad calls, but then again, that happens. Every coach makes a bad call. But Bill Belichick made a bad call on fucking Sunday. Look what fucking happened. He still has a fucking job. And that's one of the biggest blunders I've ever fucking seen. But go ahead, Bobbit. I'm sorry.
But I do agree with you. They shouldn't have fired their head coach mid fucking season. They should have waited. If they wanted to do it, wait till the end of the season and then done it. Because this is what I'm afraid of. Now that the future of Packers is up in the air, I think that's more of a distraction to the players than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to think, like the players as well, has got to be thinking, well, who does the future of this team rely on? Who's going to be my boss come next year? So that's going to fuck with their heads and not make them play as well.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
All this is one big distraction that shouldn't have ever fucking happened.
True.
What's that? Hey, I just want to quickly give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat room as well, joining us for the show. There's lots of stuff that we still have much to get into, but we anything else that you guys want to mention? I wanted to bring this up because it was something that we talked about before the show. JP, you wanted to get into Vito's question that he had for us about
the Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady dilemma, the debate. It's not really an argument, it's a debate. Look, it's just like wrestling. I got into this discussion about which is better, WWE or the Indies. It's to his own taste. If you don't like Aaron Rodgers, don't like him. But to say that he's not a good quarterback, you shouldn't be talking. And I'm not saying that Vito doesn't think he isn't a good quarterback, and I'm not calling Vito out here. I'm really not. I just want to give my stance on the whole thing. To say that Phillip Rivers is better than Aaron Rodgers is silly as hell. The only reason that Phillip Rivers is good this year and is because now he has players that are around him. He has not one receiver. He has 2, 3 receivers he can go to. Antonio Gates is old. He had Antonio Gates and LaDainian Tomlinson, but now he's got a plethora of receivers. You can't throw to Antonio Gates all the fucking time. When it comes to Tom Brady, he's a system quarterback. That's it. You can't take Tom Brady and put him in the system with Green Bay and have him run what Aaron Rodgers does. Tom Brady can't fucking run. In his 20-year career, he just passed the 1,000-yard mark 2 weeks ago. I think Aaron Rodgers is close to getting 1,000 yards already. Running, if he hasn't already. They're two different quarterbacks. But to say that Aaron Rodgers is overrated is silly. How is he overrated? Where is he overrated? He has one of the better arms in the league. He's accurate. He don't make mistakes. He tries not to overdo things. Patrick Mahomes. You see what I'm getting? That's where I stand on it. If I was to start a franchise, I'd start with Aaron Rodgers. Number one, he's fucking younger. Yes. Tom Brady has maybe 1 year left. In fact, I think this may be his last year. He has been pedestrian this year. He hasn't been the Tom Brady that I know.
Right.
He has Josh Gordon. But Josh Gordon, you want to talk about a receiver that is a prima donna? Josh Gordon's a prima donna.
Yeah. If it's
so it's hard to argue that Tom Brady's not. I can't sit here and say that Tom Brady's not good because it's not true. He is. He's good. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. In fact, he's probably, arguably, one of the best quarterbacks. He's definitely not better than Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Tom Brady cannot do what Peyton Manning can do.
Also.
And Josh McDaniels can fuck off too. I don't want him in Green Bay either.
Oh, yeah. I know. He's, I think, been the favorite to go to that spot, right?
If he goes there, fuck Green Bay. Because he's another waste of fucking space. Why in the he couldn't fucking manage Peyton Manning.
Right.
He did not want to use Peyton Manning. He wanted to bring his own guy in. I don't want a coach like that. What's not to say I don't want Aaron Rodgers because he's not. Are you a fucking idiot? Why do you think he got fired after just over a year?
Hey, we're starting to go to the top of the hour here, so we want to wrap up our talk.
And Rick made a good point. And this is, I have tried ending the argument with this. If Rodgers played in New England and Brady played in Green Bay, I think Rodgers would, everybody be like, Rodgers is the greatest quarterback in the NFL. In fact, he probably fucking would have broke Peyton Manning's records by now.
Patriots probably would have had a couple more rings, too.
That is true. Tom Brady can't. He's a one-way guy. He's a one-way guy. That's the difference. That's the difference between the two. And to say that Aaron Rodgers is overrated, I think is a little bit too much because he's not overrated. And I'm not being biased either. I've talked to numerous fucking people, and they have said, I don't like the guy, but he is one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the NFL. I talk to Bears fans all the time, because I live in, you can flip either or, because I live right on the Illinois border, Iowa border. So there's a bunch of Bears fans around here, and they say, although I don't like Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the league. And you can't argue that. You can't.
I will say this. I think the question that we're answering right now, Vito asked us a question saying that Aaron Rodgers is overrated and Phil Rivers is better than Aaron Rodgers. I don't agree with that at all, because you've seen what Phil Rivers has when his talent is injured. They struggle. They can't produce. So if he can't make a playoff team with the talent around him, and just like what Aaron Rodgers does, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, they can work around sometimes the players if the system is right.
I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was wrapping up. Go ahead.
I think Aaron Rodgers would be way better if they got people around him that are better than what they have. I mean, look at what he has now. He has 3-4 rookies as wide receivers. He has Devontae Adams. Randall Cobb is always hurt, so he hasn't had him all year. They finally got a running game. Now this is where I thought Green Bay was going to be better than what I thought. But it's inconsistent play. It's not the coaching. I'm not going to sit here and say that coaching isn't a part of it. I'm not going to say that because I used to be a coach, and if you don't coach up your players, they aren't going to get any better. Right. But these guys are professionals. They already know how to fucking play football. You should only be able to have to scheme for these guys, and they go out and do the rest. That's my thinking. Why should Mike McCarthy babysit these motherfuckers? They're adults. He should just be there to manage the game.
Most of them have been playing football for 10
exactly.
years.
They've been playing since they were little kids. So to say that the coach is at fault for this is way out of line, in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that he isn't at fault because he needs to reel in the locker room. It's not his job to be a leader in the locker room, even though he's the coach. It's his job to reel in the locker room when they get out of hand.
Well said, JP. Do you guys, Bobbit, do you want to chime in on this talk at all, or do you guys want to move on?
I just want to say this one thing here real fast, and then we can move on. Aaron, I wasn't a Packers fan there for the longest time, but I will say this. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks I have ever seen in my whole life. Aaron Rodgers is one of the reasons why I became a Packers fan again. He's that fucking good. To say that Phillip Rivers is above Aaron Rodgers, you must be high on fucking dope, because there's no way in hell.
I mean, you could make the argument that Brady is better, but you cannot make the argument that Phillip Rivers is better than Aaron Rodgers. Oh, God, no. You can't. Now, am I saying Phillip Rivers sucks? No, I'm not. Because he was the number 4 pick in the draft for a reason. And it's just he didn't have the talent around him to make plays. That being said, even when he has had, and this year has been one of those years where Phillip Rivers felt like he needed to be the guy on the field. So he would make mistakes, and interceptions would be through the roof with this guy. So, but I'm not shitting on Phillip Rivers. I want everybody to understand that, like I wasn't shitting on the Indies the other night. I just don't think you can't make that argument. Show me where Phillip Rivers is better than Aaron Rodgers. You can't. The numbers don't compare. I don't think Phillip Rivers has ever beat Aaron Rodgers head-to-head. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's ever beat Aaron Rodgers head-to-head. And this whole when Tom Brady, we had this discussion the day after the Packers and the Patriots played. How many times has Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady gone head-to-head? Twice. They're both won one game.
Damn! Wait, they've only gone twice?
Yes, the last time that they were going to go head-to-head, Aaron Rodgers was hurt.
Yeah,
that was the year they won the Super Bowl.
Wow! Holy shit! I'm surprised that they only have gone against each other twice. But they are in different conferences, right? So one's on each side. There are ones in the NFC, so. That does make a little sense, but that's great football talk. Do you guys want to say anything else? Because I'm sure you guys wanted to get in college talk, right?
I don't have it. I mean, I just want people to understand that. Look, I am all for, at the end of the season, McCarthy and the Packers part ways. I was all for that. That's what I thought they were going to do. But to fire the guy in the middle of the fucking year is insane. It's a mistake because Joe Philbin, I don't think he had anything to do with what happened on Sunday.
No.
I think he's part of the fucking problem because it's his. Now, I will say this. If he can fucking put these, if he can string together 4 wins in a row and he can get these receivers to finish fucking routes, because that's the problem. That's why Aaron Rodgers has struggled this year. Receivers aren't finishing their routes, or they're finishing their routes and they're standing around looking at Aaron Rodgers waiting for him to throw the fucking ball. You have to come back to the guy or fucking do something. You don't just fucking stand there on the sidelines and go, okay, I'm covered. I'm just going to stand here. Because I've seen that numerous fucking times. That's not how you play fucking football.
I'm just seeing they're sitting right now in the 10th seed, and the remaining opponents that they have is against the Bears, the Jets, and the Lions. Those are winnable games.
Right.
It's the Jets that are going it. They should win that game.
But that's all I have to say. I mean, I'm so fed up with people fucking yelling and shitting on me because I'm against the Mike McCarthy firing. Look, I was all for it at the end of the year, but in the middle of the year, it's with this many games left, it makes no fucking sense. Mm-hmm. Just finish out the fucking year and hope that fucking things get better. Because I don't think it's McCarthy. I think it's the players being inconsistent and being lazy.
We'll find out how he does until the end of the year, because maybe they might get rid of Philbin too. So,
well, if Philbin can get this team to fucking do something, then maybe he is the right guy for the job. I'm not going to sit here and say he's not, but I'm not. I didn't like him but he didn't have Aaron Rodgers in Miami either. But he didn't help himself by handling the fucking Martin and fucking incognito fucking situation the way he fucking did either.
Right.
So he lost the locker room fucking 5 games into the year.
I do think that whoever that Green Bay gets, it has to be somebody that Aaron Rodgers respects enough to listen to.
Well, I'm going to say this. It's somebody that Aaron Rodgers, no matter who the fuck they get, he respects. Because if that's the case, then Aaron Rodgers needs to fucking go.
Right. Yeah, I mean he's
a fucking player. He's not a coach. Unless if it was me, I'd be like, fine, fuckface, you coach the team. I'll just go sit on the fucking bench and collect the fucking paycheck. Let's see how good you can fucking do. You throw the fucking flag when there's a fucking questionable call. That's what I thought. Shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, listen to what I have to fucking say, run my fucking plays. If I give you freedom to call plays on the field, by all means do it. But don't tell me how to fucking run my fucking team. Right. That's not what a player is there for. I don't care how fucking good he is.
So no, it's well said. No, it's that's just what I wanted to bring up. It's just whoever that they bring in.
Yeah, whoever they bring in, Aaron Rodgers, and I'm going to disagree with you. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Okay. Aaron Rodgers does not have to fucking. He has to respect the coach, no matter fucking what. If he doesn't, he can go. I'm sorry, maybe the best quarterback in the league, but you can fucking have him. I want somebody that's going to listen to the coach and fucking do what he's told. Mm-hmm. He's given freedom to call plays on the fucking field. I know he is, because I see him do it all the time. So to sit there and say that he doesn't like the way the fucking plays are going, he's the one that fucking can change the play if he doesn't fucking like it. So that's a fucking cockamamie answer from him. Whoops. Oh. I almost knocked over my bowl.
Oh, that delicious mushroom soup. Homemade, by the way. No, I just wanted to bring that up with you guys. Because,
no, that's fine. I just, you know my stance on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's just when I think about a situation like that, when you want when you have a talent like Aaron Rodgers, or you have a talent like Tom Brady, do they have the power enough to just do whatever they want? In your opinion, you're saying no. But then that's why I mentioned the Phil Rivers thing as well, because if Phil Rivers did something like that where he's trying to demand the team,
well, he is that guy. He's up there with Tom Brady and fucking Aaron Rodgers. He does do that shit. I've heard he's almost as bad. And I know what you were saying, Rick. Fucking Phillip Rivers has done the same fucking thing. People don't like fucking playing with him because he's a fucking prima donna.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's up to the coach to fucking reel in these fucking players and fucking tell them, no, I run this fucking team, not you. You listen to what I say. If I give you freedom to change the play, then fucking go ahead and do it. As long as it's for the betterment of the team.
Otherwise, fuck off.
Otherwise, you can fucking go.
Right. So, yeah, this is basically the whole thing is you listen to your coach no matter what.
Fuck yeah.
Because he's a coach for a reason.
Yeah. That's
just how I feel about it.
Absolutely. Oh, well said.
As a former coach, and I'm pretty sure Rick feels the same way. He's a former coach as well. If the players don't want to listen to me, they don't need to fucking play.
Absolutely. Well said, JP. I'll let you guys take it over for the college corner. I'll talk about that because I'm sure you guys got a lot to talk about with college football, right?
Yes. I'm going to start off by talking about the college football playoff. Now, we know that the 4 teams that are in, and I agree with all 4 teams that are in because they are deservedly so. However, I'm going to say this. They do need to expand the playoffs to 2 teams. The conference, they have a Power 5 conference. They're leaving out Ohio State, who's very hot right now. They destroyed Michigan, who I thought Michigan was going to beat Ohio State. I thought this year was going to be the year that Ohio State beat Michigan. That didn't happen. Ohio State manhandled Michigan. Did you watch that game, Bobbit?
Yes.
So Ohio State kind of getting left out kind of sucks because I think this could be one of the better playoff seasons. Ohio State, I think they kind of remind me of that team that beat Alabama and went on to beat Oregon in the national championship. I didn't think they were that team. They're getting hot at the right time. Clemson, I think they're the best team in the country. Alabama got exposed. I don't think they can beat Clemson. I think for sure, I think Clemson's going to beat Alabama. I think this will be they did it 2 years ago, but I think this could be the changing of the guard. Now, is Alabama still going to be good? Of course, because it's fucking Alabama and it's the SEC. They're always going to have somebody in there. But I think they need to expand the playoffs. And I'll get into that, Rick. Trust me. Trust me. Because me and Heather talk about this all the time. I will get into UCF in a minute. And no, I don't think they don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Sorry. And I'll explain why. Who else? Notre Dame, undefeated. You can't keep them out. I heard rumblings of fucking keeping them out and putting Alabama and Georgia in. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck are these people on ESPN and fucking Fox and all these fucking – they talk about how Georgia needs to be in the playoffs over Notre Dame. Like, who in their right fucking mind even gives that a thought? Notre Dame has beat some really good fucking teams this year. And I fucking despise everything Notre Dame stands for. But if it comes down to fucking Alabama, Notre Dame, guess who I'm fucking rooting for? Fucking Notre Dame. I hate Alabama worse right now. It was cute one year, but it's not cute. I'm just sick of them. As he smokes a bowl. He's smoking the bowl.
Crap. Picked up. The camera looked at me. Shit.
And I agree with you, Rick. I'll get into that too. Thanks for bringing that up. Who else is in there? Who's Oklahoma? Oklahoma deserves to be in there as well. Oklahoma's taking on Alabama. I don't think Oklahoma is beating Alabama. hope to God they do, but I don't think that's happening. And probably the game of the night, which should be the national championship, or, well, I shouldn't say that, is Notre Dame Clemson. I think Clemson is going to prove how good they really are. I think they're going to take Notre Dame to the woodshed. Now, that's me thinking that, not because I hate fucking Notre Dame, which I do. I just think Clemson is that good. So, yeah. But, and I'll let Bobbit chime in with his picks, and I see it being Alabama and Clemson in the national title game. To expand to the two, again, Ohio State needs to be in, and who was the other team we were talking about? Who's the two teams on the outside looking at Georgia? Yeah. Does Georgia deserve to be there? Yes. Look at what they almost damn near beat Alabama. They'd be the first there. In fact, they're the first team out, I think. So yeah, that's what I see. And expand, give the top two teams a bye. Give Alabama and Clemson a bye, and then have that just be a playoff game. And then fucking have the bowl games, the Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl, which I think is the two games that are being played as the Final Four game, and then have the national championship game the following week or 2 weeks later to give them guys some rest. That's a lot of games for college kids to play, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids to play. So I would that's how I would do it. So my first two out, or the final two in, because I do a 6-team. I wouldn't do an 8-team. That's too many. That's too many games. And you're kind of screwing over the number one and the top two teams in the league, in my opinion. Bobbit, what do you think? And why don't you give me your picks? And I'll get everybody else's picks. You guys can pick who you want. And I might have Heather write it down for us, and then we'll see what happens at the end. And when we get closer to bowl season, I'm actually going to go through most of the bowls. I'm going to go through it. There's like 40 of them fuckers. And we're going to go through the bowls. I won't do them all in one shot because that's a lot of fucking talk. We'll pick the games. We'll pick all the bowl games.
I'm going through my bowl right now.
I know you are, and it's the Belk Bowl. I'm just kidding.
My personal pick for the national championship, based on what I've seen this season, I honestly, believe it or not, see it being Clemson and fucking Oklahoma Oklahoma.
You can't be Clemson and Notre Dame because they play in.
I know that would have been a hell of a matchup, though. To be honest with you,
it would have been.
Yep.
But I just got this funny feeling that Oklahoma is going to beat Bama.
Yep.
They do have a shot.
If they damn near lost to Georgia, that bodes well for Oklahoma.
Georgia caved. I don't know if you watched that game, but Georgia caved. Me and Heather watched it. I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, my God, Georgia's falling apart. Because I think they turned the ball over and they just fucking caved from there on out.
I think Oklahoma has a better team than Georgia does, to be honest with you.
Honestly, I think Georgia is one of the better 4 teams in the country. I really do. But they lost to Alabama, so they aren't in.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be Clemson, Oklahoma, and Clemson winning the national championship this year.
Why do you think – I mean, I can understand why you're thinking – well, I can't understand Notre Dame. I just don't see Notre Dame. They've had a pretty good games this year. They played some pretty tough teams. But the way Clemson has taken it to everybody this year, I think they've had one close game this year. Everybody else they've beaten. I mean, this isn't every game, but it's like 70-10. I mean, that's what Clemson has done all fucking year with the freshman quarterback, nonetheless. A true freshman quarterback. This kid is way beyond anything that Clemson was hoping for. They had the guy that played in the national title or in the semifinal game against Alabama last year transfer because of this kid. I don't see Clemson losing to Notre Dame. I don't see Clemson losing, period. I think Clemson's the best team in the country. I just do. Bobbit, what do you think of UCF? They are undefeated.
Yeah.
Do you think they could legit beat anybody in the playoff? Do you think they can legit beat Oklahoma?
Fuck no.
Do you think they could beat Ohio State? And I'm not shitting on him, Rick. Just I want you to. Here's why I don't think so. They played Memphis. Memphis is a 5-loss team. They fell behind. If you fall behind a team like Oklahoma, if you fall behind a team like Notre Dame, if you fall behind a team because their defense is shoddy at best, if you can't stop, and look what Oklahoma did. Texas could not stop Oklahoma. Oklahoma couldn't stop Texas, but Oklahoma will get a stop or two. And that's why I don't think UCF is really legit. I don't think they're a legit threat to anybody in the top 6. I think they're 7th.
I think so, yes.
7th or 8th. I don't think they could beat. They might beat the 7th team, but they ain't beating the 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st. They might beat Michigan. I doubt it, though, because Michigan has a really good fucking defense. It's a totally different level, man. But I get what you're saying. They got to remember this, too. UCF lost their quarterback. That hurt. That hurt them big time. That's another reason why I don't think that they would be able to compete with any of them teams. I understand. Okay, you're basing it off of – I'll put it to you like this. Wisconsin beat – a few years ago, Wisconsin had one of the best teams in the country. Not this year, not last year. They had one of the best teams in the country. They were a legit threat to be a national title contender. They beat the shit out of somebody. And somebody that they lost to, in fact, I think it was Stanford. I can't remember who they lost to. I'm trying to think. I think it might have been I think it was a non-conference game, but I can't remember. They lost to a team, and I can't remember who it was. But just because Wisconsin beat that team, does that mean that they're better than fucking everybody else? And I remember what it was. One of the teams that was in the one of the big fucking bowls, I think it was for the national championship. It might have been Ohio State, because Wisconsin beat Ohio State that year. One of the things is Ohio State beat the team that Wisconsin, I think, lost to, if I remember correct. And Wisconsin beat Ohio State. Wisconsin ended up losing to that team. So to say that just because UCF is undefeated, that Pitt beat Syracuse by 18 points, Notre Dame beat Pitt by 5 points in Indiana, UCF beat Pitt in Pittsburgh 45-14, that still doesn't justify to me that fucking UCF is going to fucking beat Oklahoma and Notre Dame, Michigan, Ohio State. I just don't see it. They don't have the fucking defense. They don't have the fucking players to keep up with them teams. I'm just being straight up with you, the way I've seen it. And the 2 times that I've watched UCF, they didn't impress me one fucking bit. They fell behind fucking Memphis. Again, if you fall behind a team like fucking Memphis, it's Memphis. You better come back and win. But if you fall, what was the score, 31-7 or something like that? You fall behind Oklahoma like that, you ain't winning. You are not winning. Not even going to come close to winning. Sorry. UCF is not real. And they proved it to me by barely, even though they beat 59-31, it's fucking Memphis. Okay, UCF, Wisconsin beat Auburn when Auburn was supposed to be one of the better teams in the country. Wisconsin kicked the shit out of them. So, this is just proving my fucking point. Just because somebody beats somebody doesn't mean that that team is going to beat that other team. That's just not the way it works. You know this. Moving on.
You and Rick have been going the UCF.
Well, it's not that I look. UCF is undefeated. They're in a really weak conference. I'm sorry, the American Conference is garbage. It hasn't been good since fucking Syracuse and Pittsburgh and fucking Cincinnati. Well, no, Cincinnati's still there, I think. It hasn't been good since then. Sorry. They haven't beaten anybody. They haven't. And Syracuse, even though they're 9-3, okay. Wisconsin lost to fucking goddamn fucking Minnesota.
The Rams were undefeated. Were undefeated.
Just saying, I to say just because somebody beat somebody else that makes that team legit, that's not true. It's not true at all. Because they said the same fucking thing about Fresno fucking State when David Carr was there. They're legit. They're going to be playing for the national title. They ended up finishing like 9-3. I don't see UCF being that good. I don't see them competing. I don't see them fucking beat. I'm telling you right fucking now. I'm calling it. LSU will beat UCF by 30 fucking points. I guarantee it. Why? Because LSU is going to come out fucking angry as hell. Angry as hell. There's no way. I'll put it to you like this. If you think UCF is that good, then UCF needs to be in a different conference. We'll see how good they really are. Put them in a fucking SEC. Put them in the ACC. I guarantee it, they're only going to walk out of there with 4 or 5 wins. I guarantee it. They ain't winning by 10. They ain't winning. They're not beating LSU. I'm calling it now. If UCF wins, it's going to be by 2 points at the most. I do not see UCF stopping LSU's offense. I don't. And if somebody comes back and says, well, Alabama shut them out, again, it's fucking Alabama. Alabama shut everybody out this year. Well, no, it's not because their stadium's too small. Fucking Vanderbilt only seats 50,000 seats. Where UCF plays is bigger. I don't understand the UCF fucking thing. I really don't get why people are so high on UCF. They're not that good. They don't play anybody. Of course they're going to go fucking 13-0 every year. Sorry. Hate me if you want. Wake Forest is another school. They have a smaller stadium than fucking UCF does. It's not because they're too small of a stadium. It's because they don't have a fucking prestigious enough fucking program, and it's never going to be that good. I guarantee it, UCF will not be any good. It might be decent. They'll probably win their conference again, but they ain't going undefeated. I fucking hate Auburn. I'm glad UCF beat Auburn. I fucking hate Auburn. Who cares? It's not the point. Moving on.
I think Bobbit had some players that he wanted to mention, right?
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead, Bobbit.
Alrighty. As you all know, NFL season is winding down, unfortunately. Now is the time of year we got to start thinking about the NFL draft. So, I've been on the forefront of this for y'all, and as you all know, I'm a big college fan. These are 5 players that I think are going to be really good in the NFL. JP, if you want to debate with me on this, you're more than welcome to.
Well, I'm going to. You know, I'm going to fucking say something. Go ahead.
First up, Nick Bosa from Ohio State.
He's going to be the first player taken.
Yeah.
Although I will say this, I hate what he fucking did to his team. But he's the best. He's the best player in college. Well, I'm not going to say he's the best player in college football, but he's going to be the number one pick taken. There isn't anybody better. He's one of the best defensive linemen. His brother came out. He's one of the, when healthy, he's one of the better defensive linemen in the league. Joey Bosa. He single-handedly beat Wisconsin in the championship game. Did not fucking let Wisconsin get any fucking yards running. Wisconsin had like 3,000 yards rushing that year. What's that again?
This is one of the Bosa brothers?
Yes, Nick Bosa, the younger brother to Joey Bosa. He's right now, he's the highest graded player. I think he's going to be the first player taken, but his stock is dropping because of this. I can't think of his name from Alabama. And, of course, fucking Cody's going to know who it is because apparently he thinks Alabama is the fucking end-all, be-all of fucking football. But fuck Alabama, by the way. They suck. They don't. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, like the New England Patriots with me, don't worry.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, fucking Michigan and Ohio State, or Quinnen Williams, thank you. He could be the first player taken in a draft. But moving on, Bobbit. Go ahead. Anybody?
Second player, Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, again, his stock is rising
very quickly. Very
quickly. He took over the fourth quarter in the game between Alabama and Georgia, and this is a player that I wish Green Bay would be able to get in the first round because he was a lower first-round pick, mid-rounder, but his stock is climbing with the way he's been playing. I watched him Saturday. Oh, my God, this kid's good.
The next one up, he's from a lesser-known school, but I think this kid's going to be good. Ed Oliver.
Say it again?
Ed Oliver.
Where's he from?
Houston.
Oh, what is his position? He's like an outside linebacker, isn't he?
He's a defensive tackle.
Oh, he's another one of these kids. Okay, so that's another player. I was thinking of another player. Yeah, this kid's really good too. He's going to be one of those 4-3-3-4. He could probably fit any scheme you put him in. That's the kind of player he is. I don't know much about him, but I've heard of him.
Is Greedy Williams from LSU.
From where?
LSU.
Defensive back. Probably the best defensive back in college football. I don't know if he won Defensive Back of the Year award or whatever the award is for that. But watching this kid, I will say this. If LSU would have had 4 of him in defensive backfield against Alabama, I think they probably would have beat Alabama as long as they were able to stop the run. This kid's really good. I think he's a cornerback, I think he's either I can't remember if he's a safety or a cornerback, but they have him playing all over the field. This kid's really good, really good. Another guy that I think Green Bay would love to have, but they have enough on defense. They need offense. Bobbit.
And to round up, these 2 players are tied for 5th, in my opinion.
Okay.
They're both easily first-round talent. Josh Allen and Jeffrey Simmons.
Josh Allen is from where?
I think it's Kentucky. It says UK.
And what position does he play?
Offensive linebacker.
So he's an outside linebacker.
Yes, outside. Sorry.
Here's another kid. I've heard a lot about him. I'd have to go back and watch a little bit of him. but I've heard that he is a really good pass rusher, and he would fit a 3-4 scheme. He can also cover. He has all these players. I'm talking about, and when I talk, I listen to like Mel Kiper and Todd McShay and all those guys. Look, this is why I watch college football, because I love watching to see what players I think are going to be in the NFL and could translate to the NFL. I love evaluating players. I'm never going to be a Mel Kiper, but as a former coach, I love watching players develop, and I love sitting and evaluating. That's what I do. Heather can vouch for that. I sit there and watching the Packer game Sunday. I was losing my fucking shit. I'm like, this is just simple fucking shit. They're missing. This is why I think their play has been inconsistent. It has nothing to do with coaching. But who is the other player about it?
Jeffrey Simmons from Mississippi State.
And what position?
Defensive tackle.
So these are all defensive players. And these are the top 5 players in college football, or just top 5 defensive players?
Yes.
Which one?
What do you mean?
Is it the top 5 players in the draft, or is it top 5 defensive players?
It's draft.
So top 5 players overall.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, the top 5 players taken are not going to be defensive guys. There's going to be a offensive guy in there somewhere.
Well, I've also been watching Justin Herbert from Oregon. He's a quarterback.
He is, and who's up for the first pick? Who has the worst record in the NFL right now?
Oakland, right?
They aren't going to pick a quarterback. I can tell you that. They have Derek Carr. They aren't getting rid of Derek Carr, everybody. Don't get fucking excited. John Gruden loves Derek Carr. Who's second?
Hold on, I'm looking.
Where's Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay for record?
No, you got 49ers that are the worst.
There you go.
Oh, okay, there.
You could see Justin Herbert going first. They don't need defense. The 49ers have enough defense. And yes, Herbert, I don't think the Raiders aren't going to take fucking a quarterback. They aren't getting rid of Derek Carr anytime fucking soon. I guarantee it, because he fits what John Gruden wants to do. He could go first. He could go to the 49ers. They don't need defense. Cardinals just drafted a quarterback. They won't take him. That's where Nick Bosa might go, is to Arizona. But we'll get. I'll tell you what. When football season is over, and we'll probably are we going to continue to do this after the season's over? Because I'm all about fucking football.
Well, it's totally up to you guys.
We didn't really cover the draft this last year because it was on your stream, and we just finished doing a wrestling memories. But we'll do, if you want, Coop, we can
do a
draft show.
Sure, absolutely. Go for it, guys. Usually,
I want you to be there as well.
Oh, hell yeah! I'll just usually how my schedule goes is after football season, I start getting more into comedy again. So, so if I'm around, yeah, go for it. So that's all. That's just, I have a yearly schedule that I usually do. That's all.
But I just wanted to throw that out. So what I'm saying is, here's what we'll do after the season is really over. When these player we'll do top 5 evaluation players because the draft, and I think we can get through up until the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And then we'll just watch the first round, maybe the second and third round, and then we'll go from there. The 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round, they go so fucking fast. They don't even talk about the fucking players being picked. If you watch, this guy got picked. He's a good guy. Let's move it on. And then they'll fucking sit there and talk about these pity party fucking stories that they always fucking do in the NFL.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey.
The guy from Seattle that's missing his hand. What is his name?
Shaquem Griffin?
Yeah, whatever. Does he even fucking play?
Yeah, no, Seattle's defense is actually
But does he start? Does he start?
Yeah, he doesn't start. He comes in for plays and that.
Oh, okay. Is that on like punts and shit? I'm kidding. Anyway, I'm joking. I'm not picking on somebody because they're handicapped. I'm really not. I'm sorry. I just but yeah, like they go off in tangents and talk about shit like that after fucking first, second, third round. So, but we'll do that. We'll actually go and evaluate everything for sure.
You guys got to remember if once the season is over, it doesn't matter if you guys want to do a weekly show. Go for it.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. And I think there was one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it. Oh, I want to talk about one fucking thing, and this has to do with the fucking bowls. And Sarah, this goes out to you. Do you honestly fucking think Iowa deserves to fucking go to the bowl they're going to, and Wisconsin gets a lesser fucking bowl? That makes no fucking. And I'm not yelling at you. You didn't do it. But Iowa gets a New Year's Day bowl and Wisconsin gets the fucking shitty pinstripe fucking bowl? Are you fucking kidding me? Wisconsin beat Iowa. Wisconsin finished second in the conference. If anything, Iowa should be at the fucking pinstripe bowl. I don't think Wisconsin deserves to be in the Outback Bowl, but Iowa for sure does not deserve to be in that fucking bowl. To pick Iowa over Wisconsin to go to that fucking bowl is who in the fuck is picking these fucking bowls? Who in the fuck is selecting these teams? Because they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. That is fucking tragic. That is tragic to me. And can anybody seriously disagree with me on that? Wisconsin beats Iowa. Wisconsin finishes higher than Iowa, but yet Iowa gets a better bowl than Wisconsin. Fuck that shit. They need to reevaluate that shit. That's garbage. And if it's because Wisconsin didn't play very good at the end of the year, well, Iowa didn't play very good at the end of the fucking year either. Fucking garbage. Fucking garbage. And if that's who's picking them, they all need to be fucking shot. They need to be taken out, and I'm talking to Rick, they need to be taken out behind the fucking woodshed and beat to death. Because what they're doing makes no fucking sense. They got the playoff teams right this year because it was easy to pick. But just imagine if fucking Alabama would have fucking lost. Are you going to take Alabama out of it? You ain't going to drop them out of there. But you aren't. So I don't know how anybody else feels about that. And I know you don't follow it too closely, Coop, but I will get you to follow it closely.
Well, now I'm in the Eastern time zone. I can probably watch some more football games out here. By the way, I hate the time. I hate Eastern time zone. It's because now I have to watch football at 1 o'clock in the afternoon rather than 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's heartbreaking for me now.
We can do that, Rick, and I have no problem doing that. He said we can do evaluations, mock drafts, and potential coaching changes. I have no problem doing that. I love talking football. I really do. Yeah. And I may not agree with everybody on everything. And I'm not, again, sir, I'm not yelling at you. I don't want you to think I know you like Iowa. That's why I called you out. But I love football. I may disagree with people, but if we all agreed, and this is with everything in life, and I even do this on my wrestling show, if we all agreed, my God, my stream would be fucking boring. I mean, for fuck's sake, we had DJ Penis. What was his name?
What?
DJ Skinny Penis on the show tonight.
Watch ball, Skinny Penis.
There's DJ Skinny Penis right now.
What
up, yo? Yo.
So I mean, if we were gonna fucking all agree on shit, fucking be boring. It would be boring. So when I'm disagreeing, I'm not arguing with people. I'm trying to incite debate. And with me and Rick in the chat about UCF, it's his opinion. I respect his opinion. My opinion, from what I've seen, I just don't think UCF is that good. I mean, they're undefeated, so they are decent, but I don't think they're that team that could fucking contend. At least not yet. I know I wasn't supposed to mention him, but god damn it. Fuck it. Fuck.
Yo.
TSS caught me in that one. I wasn't supposed to call him out, but guess what I fucking did. So yeah, but that's all I have from the college corner. For real.
Hey, well,
sorry. That was a 45-minute talk. I do want to apologize.
Oh hell no! If you guys enjoyed it, hey, that before we went on the air, JP said it's like he's down to talk for as long. I'm down just to let you guys do your thing, right? That's what my job is, just to host to make sure everything goes well. Yep. It seems like what? So what is this DJ Skinny Penis? Is that?
Yes.
Yes. They had a rap battle on SmackDown tonight, and fucking DJ Skinny Penis showed up in my fucking stream and fucking started doing fucking. He evaluated the fucking rap. He gave Sheamus and Cesaro an 8 out of 10 and gave the Usos a 5 out of 10, but the Turnbuckle won. He gave the Turnbuckle a 10 out of 10.
Yo, homie, that Turnbuckle was lit, yo.
Oh my god! In fact, they're showing the fucking Miami fucking New England play.
Oh,
on TV.
Oh well, I oh my god, this has been awesome. Okay, well, do you guys have anything else you guys want to add before we get into picks?
Let's get into the picks. Heather, are you ready for the picks?
Yeah.
Heather is ready.
All right. Well, hey, we even got a special guest. DJ Skinny Penis is in the house.
So is DJ Skinny Penis going to give picks as well?
Yo, you know, homie, I'm gonna be all up in this business for business, yo.
I don't know why I fucking called it out.
Okay, so if you guys are, I'm using Google Hangout. While he was talking, it sounded like it was like stuttering a little bit with the connection. So
right.
it makes it even better too.
Right.
Oh my god! But no, hey, we're having so much fun. But if you guys are ready to get into your picks,
let's go. Let's do it.
We're having so much fun in this episode. Thursday's game, we've got the San Diego Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Mr. DJ Skinny Penis, I'll go to you as a special guest. Who's taking?
Yo, dog, this game is gonna be lit. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be straight up. What, yo? So I gotta go with the Chargers because the Chiefs ain't doing nothing, me dog.
Oh my god,
the Chargers!
I know, right?
He's got a wicked accent too. Oh man! All right, so I guess he's going with the Chargers. JP and Heather, who you go with?
Go ahead, Heather.
I am going to go with the Chargers as well because, you know, they're doing good.
All right. Now, you know how I do. I'm going to talk about why I'm picking who I'm picking. Sorry. It's what I do. Going with the Chargers. Why? Patrick Mahomes. He's going to make mistakes. Watch. He's going to try to do too much. Now, it's going to be close, but watch. He's going to try to do too much. It's going to be because it's one of those. This is for the #1 seed in the NFL or in the AFC. Whoever wins this game could possibly be the #1 seed in the AFC. And I think Patrick Mahomes, in situations like this, he has proven that he cannot fucking finish the job. So I'm going with the Chargers. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. But he's going to cave. And that's why they're going to lose, because it's going to be close.
I'm actually really looking forward to this game.
I am too.
And this one, oh, by the way, this one is in Kansas City. I
don't care where it is.
Chargers are going to roll them over.
I'm going to go against the panel here. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs at the home advantage. I think Philip Rivers might struggle on the road in this game. I think it's going to be a close game, just like everybody's saying. But I think Philip Rivers might make a couple mistakes in this game when it comes to the front line. That's what I'm thinking of. I think in this game. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh, sorry.
I can wait.
I'm just I'm okay. So here's what I'm just visualizing how I think the game might play out. It's just the front line of Kansas City is going to try and rush them a bit, and Philip Rivers is going to struggle like that. I do think that this is going to be a very passing game. There's going to be a lot of passes in this game because of the fact that Kansas City doesn't have Kareem Hunt anymore. So they're going to rely way more on Travis Kelce when it comes to the passing game. So I think the final for me, I think it's going to be Kansas City Chiefs. I think this one is going to be around the 30. They're going to be in the 30s this game. So I think it's probably going to be 37-30 for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't think. And again, I remember what I said about the LA Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't remember saying it, but I might not have said it. I do not think that Kansas City can stop the Chargers. I think the Chargers can stop Kansas City. And it's going to be that one stop that is going to cost Kansas City. That's why Patrick Mahomes has got to learn. And I'm telling you, he's going to make mistakes. And it's going to cost the team. And that's and like Rick is saying, Kansas City's defense is god-awful. Right. How they're 10-2 or 11-2 right now is beyond me. I mean, they had the Rams beat and they caved. Chargers have a decent offense. They have a really good offense. They have a running game. They have a passing game. And it's going to hurt Kansas City. Yes, the front seven for Kansas City can get to the quarterback, but can they get to him consistently? That offensive line is pretty good.
This is definitely one of the most important games that we're going to see. Because
we'll see.
Going on that Chargers are definitely one of the favorites. Everybody's been high on the Chargers.
But I don't think it's going to be a 37-30. I think it's going to be like a 24-20, 27-23 game. I don't think it's going to be that high.
All right. What does the rest of the chat room say?
Mostly Chargers.
Mostly Chargers. Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot of people going with the Chargers. I see a couple of people. I think Cody took Kansas City.
Hey, Dan Rex, we can't take that because you spelled Chiefs wrong. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
You guys are awesome.
Cody, we can't take yours either because the C in Kansas City is capitalized. Just kidding.
Stop being a dick.
Nope. She said stop being a dick. I said nope.
Well, hey, we've got some Saturday games. We've got the first Saturday game is at 4:30 Eastern time, and that's the Texans against the Jets. Anybody looking forward to this game?
Do I have to pick this one?
This game?
It's going to be the Texans.
Yeah.
Sorry, Coop.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Texans too. No, yeah. Come on. The Texans
right.
They need this win. They need this.
You call me a cheesehead, motherfucker?
Oh, God. Hey, Mr. DJ Skinny Penis. Who are you going with there, bud?
Yo, this is going to be a whack-ass game, yo. I got to go with them, with the Texans, man. I got to go with the Bulls because I'm full of testosterone.
What do you mean this is going to be a whack-ass game? Do you mean it's going to be a blowout, or what do you mean by this?
Man, this game's going to be worse than my ex-girlfriend's pussy, man.
Oh, jeez. You should talk about your hand like that, DJ Skinny Penis.
This episode is obviously going to be
your chin, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. What's the rest of the chat room saying? I think everybody's gonna go with the Texans, right?
What about you, Heather?
Definitely gonna be the Texans. I mean, sorry, Coop, but Jets, dear fucking God.
Yeah.
They're playing better. They're playing better, but yeah.
Sam Darnold's been hurt for like 3 weeks now with dealing with a foot injury.
Something like that, yeah.
Did he play?
Yeah, he played this Sunday. That's why.
Well, at least he's playing through injuries, and he's not having an overly bad year. He's being a rookie.
Yeah, no,
nobody's talking about how horrible he is. So,
well, JB is for sure.
I said it. I think he's going to be the best pick in the draft. I think he's going to be the best quarterback out of the draft. I think the Jets got the right guy. Now they just have to develop him. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. But from what I'm seeing right now, I think out of all the quarterbacks, I think Baker Mayfield, I think, is just standing out of all the other ones, just because of the success that Cleveland is having. So. Yep. Did you pick? I'm sorry, Coop. Yeah, I'm not going with the Jets. So. I think we could all move on to the next game, right? So,
yes.
Speaking of the Browns, they're actually getting the evening game, 8:20 Eastern time on Saturday against the Broncos, and this one's in Denver.
Who's the game?
It's Cleveland against the Denver Broncos, and this one's in Denver.
This one makes my head hurt.
No, this is a tough game to pick.
This makes my head hurt.
Why? Why? Heather's broken.
From thinking of this game?
Yeah, I guess. I'm come back to me. God damn it. Because this is a tough game to pick. Denver has their issues. I haven't really seen them play this year. They've struggled. They won last week, right?
Yeah, I think so. Their passing is still they still one of the top 5 passing games right now. So
Denver lost last week.
Oh, Denver lost? Okay. Broncos and oh my God. The Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. There's just something about this team. They're hanging around. What did I say? They're going to fucking shock you this year. They're going to win games that nobody expects them to win. And they did it last week. They did it. They're 500. Nobody said that they were going to win any more than 2 fucking games. Boy, are they fucking wrong. And it's just, it happens. That's why I'm going with the Broncos. That's why I'm going with the Browns, because they lost to the 49ers. 49ers are terrible.
Yeah.
I did like that quarterback that they had. I don't know if he sparked them, but apparently that spark is worn out now.
Just a little spark, but yeah, no, I totally agree with what you guys said. At the beginning of the season, we've all mentioned that the Browns were going to be better this year. So yeah, we're proving that they're doing better than a lot of people expected. So
okay.
I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with the Browns over the Broncos, because I think that they're just there's something about the Browns and a magic going on right now with them that you just got to ride with. So
yeah,
the special guest of honor, Mr. DJ Skinny Penis. Who's he going with?
Yo, I gotta go with the Ohio City Broncos, because last time I took a Brown up in the air, it just turned into a runny diarrhea player.
Oh my god! That sounds like a very terrible breakfast. Oh my god! What is the rest of the chat room saying? I think a lot of people get mixed ones. Broncos, Browns. So a little bit of a mixed bag with this one. Okay, cool. All right. Hopefully we got Heather. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Browns.
You're going with the Browns? All right, sounds good. Then we'll just move on to the next game here, which is the Sunday's game. The Green Bay Packers are against the Chicago Bears. JP, I'll let you start with this one.
God, this is tough. And I just, for some fucking reason, I've got this funny fucking feeling that Green Bay is for somehow, some way, hopefully they've turned the corner. The Bears' offense is not that good. Their defense is going to have to make some plays in order for them to win. Green Bay's defense, the first game of the year, and you know what I'm talking about. They struggled at the beginning. They figured it out. Their defense, Green Bay's defense is going to keep them in the game. I think their offense is going to be consistent enough. I think the Bears are riding the luck wave right now. I think you cannot rely on fucking defense. Not against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers picked them a fucking part. And I know it was in Green Bay, but Aaron Rodgers picked them apart the second half of that game. I'm gonna fucking go with the Packers. Not because I'm a Packers fan. There's something about Green Bay, and it's a rivalry game as well. It's just something about Green Bay. They always beat the fucking Bears. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a lot like the other game, but we'll see. We'll see. And that's another reason. Aaron Rodgers on two good legs is better than Aaron Rodgers on one leg. And he beat Chicago with that one leg. So we'll see. But I'm going with the Bears. Or Packers, I mean. I'm sorry.
Quick.
And I know it was in Lambeau. Actually, Green Bay is more successful over the last few years in Soldier Field than they are at Lambeau Field. I don't think that – when's the last time they lost in Lambeau Field or in Soldier Field? I know in Green Bay, and then I know they lost in Green Bay like 3 or 4 years ago. But they haven't lost in Chicago in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, Chicago's been kind of like in the dumps for the past couple of years. So,
right.
But Heather, who are you going to go with?
She's sleeping.
Oh,
Almost.
okay. Well,
it's not just being a smartass.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if she's passed out, we'll get her picks later on if she needs to sleep.
I'm gonna stick with Green Bay.
Wow.
Yeah, stick with Green Bay. This one's a tough one for me because we all know how I feel about Chicago this year. So
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Chicago. I'm gonna go with the home field advantage. I think something is gonna happen where the defense is probably just gonna keep them in the game. The home field, I think, is going to be super important for them. And just something's going on with Chicago where they seem to just get an edge. And they had an edge over Green Bay the last match, but the only thing is they fell apart. I think they might have learned from their mistakes in this match, and they might get the win this one. I don't think it's going to be a too high game. So I think it's going to be like 23-20. But Mr. DJ Skinny Penis, who you gotta go with?
Yo, I gotta go with them Green Bay Packers because Aaron Rodgers is gonna pull out his dick and put it on the table and go, "What up, yo?"
Oh man, this is definitely gonna be from Pornhub. Okay, well, what's the rest of the chat room saying?
There are a lot of people. Everybody's going with the Bears.
A lot of people going to go with the Bears. Did you want to mention anything else before we move on?
I mean, look, I was almost picked the Bears. I was, but I just don't. I don't know. There's just something about Green Bay when they play Chicago in Chicago. Even when Green Bay sucks, they fucking play well against Chicago and beat them. Look at last year. Even though the Bears weren't as good, but we'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say. I'm just going with my gut, just like everybody else is going with their gut. And it's not going to be because of defense.
Oh, and speaking of which, we'll I'm not sure what I think we have most of the picks from the past couple weeks, but I wouldn't worry too much about what the results are this week. We'll catch up with everything next week. You know, we've all been pretty busy, so
yeah.
So it's don't worry about the picks. We'll catch up everybody with the who's in the lead next week and everything like that. Don't worry. So,
right.
Next game we have on the slate here, we've got the Detroit Lions against the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
The Detroit Lions versus the Buffalo Bills. Is it in Buffalo?
It's in Buffalo.
God, I'm gonna go with fucking Buffalo. They have Josh Allen back, right?
Yes.
They're able to run the ball and shit. With that being said, I think the Bill really, Trek, you would pick the Lions. The Bills aren't. I mean, the Bills that Josh Allen has been a factor for them. He's actually raised the level of play for them since he's come in.
Definitely better than that Peterman dumbass.
Yeah.
That guy was garbage. Who's Heather going with?
I'm going to go with Buffalo.
Gonna go with Buffalo.
I think I don't think she's ever picked Detroit all year. She just fucking hates. Either she hates Trek or she hates Detroit. One of the two.
well, Detroit kind of shitty, so it makes sense. It makes sense, right? But who's I'm gonna go with Buffalo as well with the home field advantage. Just Buffalo playing at home, they do play some good football. So, and plus, from what I've seen, but I just see JB laughing.
Our guess. He's killing me, man.
Mr. GJ Skinny Penis. Sorry right now. Who are you gonna go with?
Let's see. I gotta go with them Bills because the Lions will go in and at the Buffalo these nuts. What?
What the fuck was that? Buffalo these nuts.
Oh man, this is definitely one of the craziest episodes we've had in a while. Oh man, this is awesome. All right, well, what's the rest of the chat room saying? Looks like
Bills line. Well, of course, Trek's going to take the Lions because he probably never thrown a foot. He probably throws like a girl. Bills. A lot of people going with the Bills. TSS went with the Lions. D. Wells went with the Bills. Everybody's going with the Bills except for TSS and Cody. Well, Cody's just as much of a knucklehead as Trexter is. Well, TSS, he at least knows what the fuck he's talking about. I'm just kidding. I mean, I could very easily pick the Lions and the Bills. It just depends on which team shows up. But the Bills, if Josh Allen's there, I got to give them a chance, and they're at home.
Yeah. No, they play good football sometimes at home too.
What the fuck are you doing? Are you listening to some beats or something down there, or what? Because you're pointing at your junk. I don't understand what the fuck you're doing. You crack pipe smoking.
It's skinny penis, homie. It's going dangle.
Don't call me your homie. DJ Skinny Penis, don't call me your homie.
All right, dog.
I'm not your dog either.
What is happening?
I said his name. I think Bobbit seriously has a split personality.
Oh man. Okay. Moving on to the next game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going against Baltimore Ravens, and this one's in Baltimore. Heather, I'll let you start with this one.
I am going to go with my Ravens. Last week I went with Kansas City because of a gut feeling, but I think my Ravens are going to get back on track this week.
Who do they play?
They play Tampa Bay, and it's Baltimore.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore as well. I think. Look. I know that whatever Rick said, it may be, but Baltimore has a decent defense as well. If they do the fucking quarterback carousel again, and that's one thing I wanted to say. I told everybody, don't get high on fucking Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's not that good. He has one good game and then one really good game, and then he's mediocre the rest of the fucking time. Then they bench him, and then Jameis Winston comes out. It's just a fucking it's a roller coaster ride with that team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens because I think they're just the better football team right now, just flat out. They're playing good football. I'm liking why it's the Ravens. They can compete with the better teams. Tampa Bay, I don't think is as good as Baltimore is right now. So I'm going to go with Baltimore.
I'm gonna say this. I think at the beginning of the year I thought Baltimore was going to contend for a spot in the Super Bowl because they have the defense, they have the players, not the skill set. Their defense was good enough, Bears defense good enough to fucking compete with anybody in the fucking league, and their offense is good enough, not great, is good enough to put points up. They just have not. What's the word? They're inconsistent as well. And is that John Harbaugh? Probably not. That's play. Plus, you have a rookie quarterback playing. Which, why? The kid's your first round pick, and you have him throw the ball 19 fucking times. You draft this kid number 1, and you don't fucking use him the way an NFL quarterback should be used. You don't have a number 1 draft pick as a quarterback run the ball 13 fucking times just to run the ball 13 fucking times because that's all the kid can do. I watched this kid in college. Yes, he could flick a ball, and it looked pretty. But was he consistent? Was he accurate? Fuck no. The kid is not a number 1 pick. Sorry. I watched this kid all the way through college. He should have been maybe at most a 3rd or a 4th rounder. Everybody's gonna be pissed off. He's gonna be a fucking bust. Well, I just pointing out facts, man.
It's so hard to focus.
I know, right?
I'm trying to say something. I was just like, wait, what's the green hat sticking out?
I mean, Aaron Alpha Excalibur DM'd me and said his new name is Limp Dick Jimmy. So apparently, fucking Bobbit's got fucking dick jokes trending.
Oh man. Bobbit, well, actually, no. My apologies, Mr. DJ Skinny Pete. Who are you going to go with this one?
I got to go with them Baltimore Ravens. Why? Because when the Bucks get in, they're going to need a tampon for all that bleeding.
Oh, my God.
Check it, homie.
Ace asked a question. Is Dak Prescott worth a 4th rounder? Maybe. Not any higher. I'll say that. I don't think he's worth any higher than a 4th rounder. Definitely
His
not
mom was a 4th rounder, if you know what I mean.
Jesus Christ. Not a 4th round. He's a 4th round guy. He's about where he should have been picked. He's better than fucking Lamar Jackson, in my opinion. Lamar Jackson should not have been a 1st round pick. I know, man, right? I had to deal with this for 2 fucking hours earlier. You only got to deal with it for fucking like an hour.
Sometimes it's fun that I don't know what the fuck is going on with everything. Because I always
Jesus Christ. Now TSS, his name is Big Dick Jones. The fuck is going
on? No way could beat Mini Coop, man. Oh, man. All right, moving on.
Sausage fest, that's for sure.
All right, moving on. We've got too many dicks going on here. What is the rest of the? Did everybody make their picks for this one?
Yeah.
All right, and what's the chat room saying? I think
everybody's going Ravens except for Rick, who's going with the Buccaneers.
He has to because of a bet. But that's fine. I'd say fuck that bet. Nobody has to know, Rick. You can pick. I won't tell if you don't tell.
Hey, well, no, it's great that you, Rick. I found it randomly, so it's cool that we have people that pop in here, and I don't even know where half these people come from. So it's always nice to see that people just always come together every week and just talk football with us.
Yeah.
All right, next game we've got on the slate here is the Arizona Cardinals against the Atlanta Falcons. Who are you guys gonna go with?
It's in Atlanta?
Yes.
Falcons.
Same here.
I'm going to go with the Falcons, too, because Arizona, yeah. Mr. DJ Skitty Penis, who are you going to go with?
Yo, in this battle of the birds, I got to go with the Falcons because they at home, and they won't be the Falcons.
You sound like fucking Seamus rapping tonight. Just throwing that out there. You're god-awful.
You hating because you ain't hating.
No. I'm hating because I ain't what?
You want to be me, but you're not, so you want to hate
That's not what you said. That's not what you said. You ain't hating because of what? I ain't hating?
Yeah. That's
not even a fucking word.
Check it, homie.
Check it.
Oh my god. The rest of the chat room.
They're going with the Falcons. Most everybody's going with the Falcons.
Okay, so sounds good. Moving on to the next game. The Oakland Raiders are taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, and this one's in Cincinnati. I'm just gonna go with the Bengals.
Me too. Well, who did Oakland beat this past weekend?
Oh, crap. Oh, geez, they won.
Oh, whatever it was, that team played like crap because Oakland beat them.
It was Pittsburgh that they beat.
That's right. They beat Steelers.
I'm going to ask this question. Do you think possibly Oakland might have turned the corner?
No.
Finally started. You don't think so?
I think something's just been.
I'm going to say this. I think they have. I think they have found their niche because Pittsburgh's good. Everybody says, "Oh, Pittsburgh's awful." No. Pittsburgh's good. Look at their record. They're in first place in the AFC East or North. They aren't bad.
Yeah, they're sitting 7-5-1 right now.
And I understand that, but they're better than everybody else in their division. They're better than Cleveland.
I would.
I mean, if we're basing it. I mean, I'm sorry, Coop. If we're basing it off that, does that? I mean, New England lost to a lesser team. Does that mean they're bad? No, New England's one of the best teams in the AFC, if not the best team in the AFC. Do I think Kansas City could beat New England? No. Not with the fucking offense that New England has. No. Do I think Pittsburgh can beat New England? Yes. Why? Because they have fucking Ben Roethlisberger and they have a pretty good defense.
Here's what I think has been going on. John Connor hasn't been playing. He's been hurt. So the running has been a factor, I think, for Pittsburgh. So
Okay.
So he's been injured, so the running game hasn't been a factor too much.
I mean, they lost by less than a field goal, didn't they?
Yeah, it was only a field goal.
And they were driving. I just watched it, and the guy missed a field goal. I don't know what happened. Field goal kickers this year have just had a rough year.
It's terrible.
Everybody's had a rough year.
Yeah, for kickers especially. It's been black for them.
Yes, TSS, I agree with you, but I don't think Oakland might look. I'm still gonna pick who they play. Who's Oakland playing?
Cincinnati.
I'm still gonna pick Cincinnati, but look at Cincinnati. They have lost some games they should have won. They've taken a fucking digger.
Mm.
They are not very good right now at all. They lost last. I think they've lost like 4 in a row. Something like that. They haven't won very many games. They're like at the bottom of the fucking AFC North, I think. Cleveland's out playing fucking Cincinnati, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing this out there. Don't sleep on don't sleep on John Gruden. He's gonna turn this team around. I'm just letting you know.
A lot of stuff is going on with Oakland, by the way. They just fired their general manager.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this right now. I will say this. I had a lot of talk about fucking Khalil Mack being released, and I think I've talked about this before. Khalil Mack was not going to fucking sign. They weren't going to sign him. So why fucking keep him? Just get what you can out of him. I've talked about this before. Get what you can out of him now rather than later. Because now they can get a compensatory pick. You fucking Khalil Mack might be Defensive Player of the Year. He won't be because Aaron Donald will be. But with Khalil Mack's play, Oakland's going to get a compensatory pick out of it. They're going to get a high pick. They could get possibly a second or fourth rounder out of it, which is usually where a lot of those good players, those sleeper guys, come from. So don't sleep on fucking Oakland. They got rid of excess garbage, and I'm not saying Khalil Mack. I was using that as a metaphor. Khalil Mack is not garbage. But they got rid of excess garbage, excess payroll that they weren't going to fucking be able to pay anyway, and he wasn't going to fucking sign, so fuck it. Fucking ship him off. And everybody's fucking losing their shit over it. They're like, why?
Oh, they
more out of it in the long run.
Well, yeah, no, they're building towards the future. John Gruden signed for what, 10 years?
10 years. 10 years.
Yeah, so they're looking towards the future, and you start with rebuilding mode from scratch.
Yep. You've got the quarterback there. You've got some receivers there. Their offensive line, when healthy, is decent.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to – John Gruden needs to put his people in there because Gruden is one of those guys, he's a scheme guy. He's not one of those guys that's just going to go out and say, yeah, I'm going to go get Aaron Rodgers because he's the best player out there. Aaron Rodgers, I'm just using that as an example. He would have fit John Gruden's style perfectly. But all I'm saying is that let's say Aaron Rodgers wasn't that guy and he's the best player in the draft and the Oakland Raiders drafted him and John Gruden didn't want him. You just wasted a first-round pick. Do you see what I'm saying? So Gruden's one of those guys. He's a scheme guy. He's a lot like me. If I'm drafting a player, I want him to fit my scheme.
Mm-hmm. Well,
DJ Skinny Penis is looking like he's bored. You bored? You bored, DJ Skinny Penis? Huh?
Wait, don't give him my pick, homie.
Well, then give your fucking pick, motherfucker.
Check it. I gotta go with the black kid, Silva. Why? Because when the Bengals lose, they gotta change their name to the Ben Gays. Yo.
The Ben Gays?
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Oh.
Dan Rex, the teams are the Bengals, and the Raiders. And my kid's losing his shit. Her shit. Not his.
Oh my God. This has been probably one of the best episodes we've ever had. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals, but I just something's going on where he just mentioned Oakland. I'm just going to go with Cincinnati because the offense is still there for the Cincinnati Bengals. I still think that they can put up enough points to match and just get get enough points over Oakland. So that's what I'm factoring this game is basically Cincinnati's offense is probably going to score more than Oakland. That's all. The rest of the chat room, what are they saying here? Who is everybody going with? A lot of people are going to go with the Bengals as well. Rick is going with the Steelers. No, it's the Bengals versus the Raiders, not the Steelers. But moving on to the next game, we've got the Tennessee Titans against the New York Giants. Mr. DJ Skinny Penis, did you want to give your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, Holmes. I gotta go with the Tennessee Titans because the Giants are going to slip on their Achilles heel. What?
What the fuck does that mean?
Exactly what you think it means, man.
Who you going with again?
I got to go with the Tennessee Titans because
I don't need the whole fucking story. I just need to know who you picked, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up now. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans because they need this win over the New York Giants, first of all. The Tennessee Titans do play good football from time to time, and I do think that they can score enough points, though. Marcus Mariota, as long as he stays healthy, he doesn't make those mental mistakes with interception rates and that, I think that they can get this win over the Giants. JP, who are you going with?
Going with the Giants. Have you seen the way they've been fucking playing?
Yes, they've been playing actually good football lately. So
yeah, going with them. Going with the Giants. Didn't the Titans fucking lose to a team they should have beat last week or last Thursday?
The Titans, they just beat Jacksonville this week.
Week everybody right now is beating Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I think the Oakland Raiders right now could beat Jacksonville.
I think it was against the Colts. I think that might have been the game that.
Yes.
It was that game.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tennessee Titans are up and down, but I do think that they can. If they can score enough points over the New York Giants, then they can get this win. It's just Marcus Mariota. He's got to make sure he doesn't turn the ball over in this game. Very important. Derrick Henry, what a fucking beast that guy is.
Yeah.
What a run.
He is. Well, Saquon Barkley, what a beast he is.
Yeah.
I just think I think he's the real fucking deal. He should be one of the rookies of it, not the rookie of the year on offense at least. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think that New York has found their
mistakes and cleaned it up.
I think they've turned a corner as well. They beat the ever-loving shit out of who did they play? Aren't they a playoff team?
I don't remember. Hold on.
I thought it was the Bears. I thought it was the Giants and Bears.
No.
No, I can't remember who they played last week.
Redskins.
The Redskins.
And it was 40-16.
And I know the Redskins are one of those teams, but I'm going with my gut. I think the Giants are for real. Plus, I don't want to be picking every team that everybody picks either. So
right, we gotta make sure we get some picks other than the others. So, Tennessee Titans have been one of those teams that have just been pissing me off every year. One week they'll play good, one week they'll like shit the bed. But hopefully this week they'll give me a win with the picks. Did Heather make her pick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants.
Yeah, with the Giants. All right, Mr. We've already gone with the DJ Skinny Pineas. He went with the Tennessee Titans as well.
DJ Skinny Penis needs to find a DJ Skinny job. I'm just kidding. Anyway, go ahead. What's next?
And the rest of the chat, I see a lot of people going with the Titans as well in that one.
Yep. It's just me and Heather are going with the Giants. Or no, Sarah went with the Giants as well. She said that's her upset special. You know what my upset special is? Is tacos. They make me sick. That's my upset special. I can't eat tacos. I can't stand taco seasoning. Taco seasoning makes me sick.
Really? I hate hard shell tacos. I like soft shell ones, but I don't like the hard ones.
I just don't like the seasoning. Fucking garbage.
Do you like make your own, or
I can eat a wrap like Heather made, burger, and then she got like a taco like type deal, but I did not eat. We didn't put seasoning in it or anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you put anything in it. Salt, pepper.
Yeah,
just put salt and pepper in it and ran with it.
Salt and pepper, the kitchen's best friend.
Right?
Yeah,
I love salt and pepper. I love things like that.
Dan Ramsey just answered that question. They make him sick.
Okay, I'm gonna. You can tell BSR, and I'm gonna say this again. I do not like tacos because they make me sick. I don't know what he does not understand about that, but I do not like tacos because they make me sick. Taco Bell is the reason why I don't eat tacos anymore.
Oh my God, I haven't had Taco Bell forever.
Yeah, don't eat Taco Bell.
I will. I'm glad I haven't had Taco Bell forever.
Every time I eat Taco Bell, it makes me sick.
Taco Bell.
Well, good for you, fucking DJ Skinny Penis. Nobody cares.
Because I don't have a weak ass stomach.
It's not that I don't have a weak ass stomach. You punk ass bitch.
My balls, your chin, motherfucker.
My balls, your chin, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, this is all right. Enough taco talk. Next game we've got is the Miami Dolphins against the Minnesota Vikings, and this one's in Minnesota.
Was what the Dolphins did a fluke? Yes. Is Minnesota really bad? No. This one's tough for me because I think Minnesota's the better team, but they're just not playing like it.
Mm-hmm.
They did beat Green Bay, but if you look at Green Bay, they had a chance to win that game. Green Bay did.
Mm-hmm.
And that was before they lost to Arizona, right? Or was it after? I can't fucking remember. But yeah, it was before. So, because we were in the hospital. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to pick Minnesota. Fuck it. I'm gonna pick Miami, man.
All right, we're going with the Dolphins. Heather, who are you gonna go with?
It may end up biting me in the ass, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
Why is he gonna bite you in the ass?
And then it may end up doing bad.
Well, of course that. Well, fucking the Chargers may end up doing bad. I mean, you know what I mean. I've been saying this forever. It's any given fucking Sunday. Sometimes these fucking NFL games are crapshoots.
I must say this is definitely a tough week for us to make these decisions. There's a lot of tough games that we got to pick this week. So I'm going to go
to the playoffs. So
yeah. I'm going to go with the Vikings as well, Heather. I'm going to go with the fact that just home field advantage for Minnesota. Miami going on the road, going to Minnesota, might be a little bit of a challenge. But with the way that Minnesota's offense has been playing, maybe they might be able to hold Miami down. So I'm just going to go with the home field team for this game. Mr. DJ Skinny Penis.
Fucking crazy.
Who you gotta go with in this one?
I got to go with the Vikings because once they get done, they're going to have fish for dinner, yo.
Fish? Oh. Hey, DJ Skinny Penis. Did you not pay attention in fucking school? A dolphin isn't a fish.
Yes, it is, man.
No, it's not.
It's a mammal.
It's a mammal.
It floats in the water, don't it? It's a fish.
No, it's not a fish. It's a mammal.
It still needs to come to the surface to breathe.
Yes, fish don't.
It's still fish to me.
Buy yourself a can of shut the fuck up, DJ Skinny Penis.
All right, what's the rest of the chat room saying?
A lot of people are taking Miami. Heather took Minnesota, and that is it.
Sarah took Vikings.
Oh yes, well Sarah took the Vikings. I'm sorry. What do you think, Coop? You gonna go with DJ Skinny Penis because it's a fish?
No, I went with Minnesota because I feel that Miami might struggle on the road in Minnesota.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, what's that?
You're wrong, but I'm just kidding.
I know. Okay. Moving on to the next game, we've got the Washington Redskins against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh, garbage.
Oh wow, this is gonna be one of those games. Could this be the game that fucking Jacksonville fixes themselves? I don't know. I mean, Jacksonville. Cody Kessler sucks. Yeah. They need to unbench fucking Blake Bortles because whatever Dave Marone's doing isn't fucking working. Maybe it's Dave Marone. I mean, they fired Mike McCarthy for less. Why not fire Dave Marone? He had one of the best teams. He had one of the best teams coming into the fucking year.
You were Super Bowl expectations.
Yes. They should have been in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah,
it's tragic, man. I mean, this one's tough for me. Where's it at? Is it in Jacksonville or is it in
Washington? This one's in Jacksonville.
Going with Jacksonville.
You gonna go with the Jags? Heather, who are you gonna go with?
I'm gonna go with the Redskins.
Gonna go with the Redskins. All right. Stand. It's a victory. Obviously, no, it's Colt McCoy. I think that's the quarterback. Well, I think he was hurt, and then Sanchez came in for the rest of the game. So
yeah, how did that go? By the way, I didn't watch it.
It didn't go too well. They still lost. So, but Adrian Peterson.
But did he fumble?
He actually saved the fumble with his butt.
With his butt. Well, butt fumble boy.
Yeah.
What is it with him and his ass? That's what I want to fucking know.
I don't know where he got
balls.
Him and his ass and his balls. What do you mean by him and his ass and his balls?
Not his balls, just balls in general.
What about balls?
They seem to find his ass every
His
time.
balls seem to find. I hope so. My balls are touching my ass right now.
Again, I didn't say his balls.
We got a dangler.
Look at DJ Skinny Penis. Who are you gonna go with?
I gotta go with the Skins, Holmes, because I think the Jaguars will be like my ex-girlfriend, just lay there and take it. Then again, she was dead.
What the fuck am I getting?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the Redskins too because I don't know. It's just Jacksonville's offense is not clicking.
That's why I think they need to start Blake Bortles. Fuck this Cody Kessler experiment. It's not working.
Yeah. No.
You went with Washington there, dipshit?
I went with the Skins, Holmes.
Yeah, he went with the Skins. What was the rest of the chat room saying? Who they're gonna go with?
It's kind of a mixed bag.
Okay, yeah. They're mostly I see some Jaguars, Redskins. Yeah. So this one's kind of a mixed game. All right. Moving on to the next one. We're almost done. We've got about 5 games left here.
Oh my God. I gotta listen to DJ Skinny Penis for a lot longer. Fuck! I'm just kidding.
The Dallas Cowboys are taking on the Indianapolis Colts. This is a very important game for Indianapolis. So, I'm going to go with the Cowboys because I ever since Amari Cooper has joined the team, they're starting to click and they're starting to get their offense back together. So I'm just going to go with the Cowboys just because I think they're the better team. Who are you guys going with?
Heather?
Who are they playing?
It's Dallas and Indianapolis.
It's in Indianapolis.
I'm going to go with the Colts.
Gonna go with the Colts at home. All right, JP, who are you gonna go with?
Dallas is. I hate to fucking say this. I hate these 2 fucking teams, man. I hate them both. I hate them both. I hope they both die in a plane crash.
Oh man,
Just gonna fucking say that. I think Jerry Jones needs to fuck off. I think fucking Irsay needs to fuck off. I think he's the owner of the fucking team.
Yeah.
They both are fucking. One's a fucking drunk and the other one's fucking senile. Can I flip? I'm gonna flip a fucking coin. No, fuck it. You know what? I'm going with fucking Dallas. Fuck that shit. Fuck the Colts. I cannot stand the Colts. And the reason why I can't stand the Colts is because they left Baltimore. So fuck the Colts.
I will say this: I've been called out by James on his recent show saying that we don't talk about Colts too much. So.
You want me to talk about the Colts? They got one of the best. They took a quarterback, drafted him number 1, and they have failed this kid. It's the same thing with fucking Aaron Rodgers. They are not putting the players around him. Not good enough fucking players to compete for a fucking Super Bowl. They don't have a good enough fucking defense. Oh my God, I'm losing my fucking voice.
Yes, you are.
They don't have a good enough fucking defense.
Right.
To compete for a fucking Super Bowl. They are failing this kid. This kid is 29 years old right now, if I'm correct. Drafted number 1. They said he was the next fucking Peyton Manning. I kind of agree with that. But they have failed this kid numerous fucking times. What, is he going to fucking win a Super Bowl at the age of 36?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to take – he's going to be another Phillip Rivers. And that's not fair to him.
And the injury is not helping. He was out for quite some time with a injury for quite some time.
Get the fucking players around the kid. And Sarah, and I'm telling you this, and I'm being straight up honest with you. That is why Indianapolis fails every fucking year. They have the talent at quarterback, but they don't have anything around him to help him go to that next level. He'll go 12-4. I remember they went 12-4, and they I think they might have made it to the AFC Championship game once. But that's as far as they've gotten. And I understand you can't, and not everybody can win a championship. But if you draft a kid number 1, he's your franchise. Put players around him that fucking can get the job done. And that's where Indianapolis has failed.
Yeah, the defense.
I can't stand Indianapolis personally because they left Baltimore. So I will never be a fan of Indianapolis. But to sit here and say, I'm sorry, Coop, but to sit here and fucking, I feel bad for fucking Andrew Luck. I really do. They have failed this kid. This kid is, I watched him in college. Holy shit. He was almost as good as Peyton Manning. They have failed him.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been a fan of the Colts ever since they beat the Jets in the AFC Championship game. So that's my reason why I don't like the Colts.
Right.
But yeah, no, the offense for the Colts has been fine this year. They're scoring points.
And it usually is. It usually is with Andrew Luck. And mostly it's the players on the defensive side of the ball. They can't stop anybody, and it fails them.
Right.
They have young players, but they're like the Packers. The Packers have good young players, but they're throwing to the wolves, so to speak, and they never really recover after a fucking bad game. It's happened over and over and over again. This year has been a little different for Green Bay. Indianapolis, they're a hit and miss team.
Mm-hmm.
They're making plays this year. They did beat Houston. I think it was a fluke because Houston's that, and I called it at the beginning of the year. I had Houston again, another one of those teams that can contend for a Super Bowl as long as they stay healthy. Look at where they won 9 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I think Houston's going to win the North, win the South, and I think Indianapolis is going to be on the outside looking in. They're going to start losing games. They're going to start this. I think this is the toughest part of their schedule, if I remember correct. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But
no, they have 3 games left. They're against the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Titans.
Okay, so they might go 1-2,
yeah,
or 2-1, but they ain't going anywhere. They're not going to the Super Bowl. They're not going to. You're going to get beat in the first round of the playoffs again. They're going to get beat in the first round of the playoffs. They failed them. They have failed this kid, and that's sad to say that. Now, I hope I'm wrong because this kid deserves a lot more than what he's getting. He does. But again, I'm never gonna like the Colts. But if JB wants me to talk about the Colts, that's what I think of the Colts. They have a good young quarterback, and they don't fucking use him. They don't get the fucking player. They don't get not the players around him on offense because they have the offensive talent. They can put up points. It's on the defensive side of the ball that they're again like Green Bay. They got good offensive talent, and they keep drafting and drafting and drafting, and a lot of the players that they draft bust.
I totally agree with a lot of things because Andrew Luck is definitely a talent. You know, he's a special kid that he should be playing. But I agree. The defense is what's been slacking for the Colts for many years, and they're a dome team, like you've always said. So, did everybody give their picks for this one, Mr. DJ Skinny Penis? Did you?
No, I haven't done it yet. I gotta go with the Cowboys because they're gonna go pew 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 all over them Colts.
Did you say pew pew pew?
Yes.
Sounds like a pew pew pew. I'm just thinking of like a little machine gun in my head for some reason, or PewDiePie. Oh, speaking of which, I'm not subscribing to PewDiePie. Stop asking me, people. Did everybody give their picks for this game?
I didn't get Rick's. He's explaining that he's like Dallas is beating one team, and then he goes on the Colts paid Luck too much money. Where do you see that going?
All the way up there, right after Cody.
Oh, he did. Okay, I see it. I didn't scroll up. My bad.
And Heather, who are you gonna go with?
I went with the Colts.
You gonna go with the Colts? All right, cool. And
who did DJ Skinny Penis fucking pick? Like we care.
Cowboys.
the chat room here. What does everybody say?
It's a mixed bag. It's kind of a lot of. There's probably a little more Indianapolis than Dallas, but yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are going with the Colts. All right, well, that's definitely going to be a game to watch. So, we got into the afternoon games for Sunday. The Seattle Seahawks take on the 49ers. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. What are you guys going to go with?
Fuck the Seahawks, number one. But I'm going to go with the Seahawks because the 49ers fucking suck dick.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mr. DJ Skinny Penis, how are you going to go with?
I've got to go with the Seahawks because they're going to go ka all over the 49ers.
Ka.
You're about to fall asleep. I was going to say, do you want to take this over again?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, we're almost done here, guys.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I had to take over writing stuff down because Heather had to tend to the baby.
Oh, okay. Was the I guess the rest of the chat room is going to go with the Seahawks. Yep. Nobody's going to go with the 49ers.
No, fuck that. 49ers, man, they're going to end up being the first pick, and they're probably going to take that quarterback we were talking about at the beginning. And we'll talk about that when the time comes.
Well, just remember, they have Jimmy Garoppolo. So
yeah, fuck Jimmy Garoppolo. He's a fucking he was a fucking oh my god, do I have to fucking explain this again? And I know you've heard me explain this. Jimmy Garoppolo, he had what, 1, 2, maybe 3 good games when fucking Tom Brady was out with the fucking suspension, right? Or was it 4 games or whatever?
Yeah.
Again, it's all about the system. Garoppolo goes to San Francisco. He has no talent around him. He may be a good quarterback, but I haven't seen it. He kind of does have decent talent in San Francisco on the offensive side of the ball. Where's it gotten him? Well, hurt, number one. And number two, the guy's garbage. He's just like Tom Brady. He can't go from one system to another.
Well, it'd be a waste of money if they signed him for all that money. So I just wanted to bring that up because he is signed for a lot of money. So.
Jimmy, oh, yeah. Well, that's the problem with the 49ers right now is they can't get out from under Jimmy Garoppolo's $125 million contract. So they've kind of fucking, in using wrestling term, they kind of booked themselves into a fucking corner. Now they have to fucking use Jimmy. I would just eat the fucking cost, take the cap penalty, and fucking move on. Because Jimmy Garoppolo is not the answer in San Francisco. They need to start over again. Colin Kaepernick is part of the reason why the team fucking took a shit. They paid him too. Now they need to draft a fucking quarterback that fits their system. Jimmy Garoppolo does not fit their system. You're getting hungry, Bobbit? Get something to eat.
I will I will after we get on with the show.
Where's DJ Skinny Penis?
I think you've done killed it already.
I haven't killed it. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, well, the 49ers, I think they're just going to lose to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody else is going to go with nobody's going to go with 49ers. All right, so next game we've got is the New England Patriots against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with New England. Pittsburgh's still going to win the fucking AFC North. They're still a good team. But I'm going to go with New England. New England, they better not. The funny thing is I could see fucking Bill Belichick still making the same fucking decision every fucking game if he needed to. I could see him fucking doing it. It didn't fucking matter. Because he thinks he's fucking right all the time. He's usually right most of the time, but this time he's wrong. And about 95% of the time you're going to be wrong on a call like this. What he did, I would have fucking lost my shit if I was Robert Kraft. Has maybe in college, maybe in high school, Rob Gronkowski played fucking defensive line. He ain't no fucking safety. Did you see the way he turned and ran at the fucking guy? He tripped over his own fucking feet.
I have to watch it again, but I've seen it like 2-3 times. But yeah, Yeah, he should not have been on the field, first of all.
No.
Just because.
He shouldn't have been. They were hoping for a Hail Mary. That's why and that was smart move by fucking Dolphins and everybody, and that's why I hate prevent fucking defenses, because shit like that can fucking happen. So
you're gonna go with the Patriots though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going with the Patriots. So.
All right, yeah. And Heather, who are you gonna go with?
I have to go with the Patriots. The Steelers are just falling apart this season.
Yeah. I agree that just something's going on with the running game. What's going on with Pittsburgh? So
there's a lot going on with Pittsburgh right now, and Tomlin needs to figure out what the fuck
I think Tomlin might be one of those guys that might be gone at the end of the year.
Wow, would you see Mike Tomlin in Green Bay if he's fired?
No, I don't want his ass. No. I think we just need to play better football, and that's the way that guy fucking talks. I know Mike McCarthy is fucking monotonous as fuck too, but that guy fucking annoys the shit out of me when he fucking gets on the podium. Him, Bill Belichick, and Mike McCarthy are the two worst interview givers ever.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick, well, we just got to play better. They just made more plays than we did, and I think we'll just move on from this. Well, of course you're going to move on from it, you fucking idiot.
Even when it's a fun interview, Belichick is so monotone and drawn. It's just like, they sat down and talked to him on a fucking pre-show, and I'm like, and it was just him, and I can't remember who it was, and it was like Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson, and it's like, what the fuck? This guy must be a boring fuck. His wife must fucking hate him.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't, he looks like I'm constipated and I don't know if I'm going to make it through the day. That's the way he fucking looks. He looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. He looks like basically just a brick that just moves with his mouth. So, I can see Mr. DJ Skinny Penis is anxious to make his pick. Who are you gonna go with?
I'm going Patriots.
You Bobbit, where's DJ Skinny Penis? God damn it! That was funny. Now you're bored with it. Come on, where's he at?
All right. We'll move on. What is the rest of the chat room saying?
Patriots except for Dan Rex.
Okay. All right. So Dan Rex is the only one not going. Okay.
All right, Coop. I'm gonna give you the reason why I chose the Patriots.
Okay.
Because the Pats are going to go into Pittsburgh and they're going to take that catch the ball and squirt all over that team home dog.
Goddamn son of a bitch tricked us. Well said, DJ.
That was
good. Well said. What we got here? We've got the evening game for Sunday. We've got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Who are you guys going to go with?
What do you think? This isn't even going to be fucking close. It's going to be the fucking Rams are going to fucking destroy the Eagles. And I am saddened by that because I thought this would be the NFC Championship game. It's going to be the Rams. The Rams are just going to probably destroy the Philadelphia Eagles. There's something going on in Philadelphia that we don't know about.
Yeah, they're probably going to be really pissed off from losing. So they're going to come out and they want that win. Heather, who are you going to go with?
Rams.
Rams?
Really no debate there.
I mean, there should have been, because this would be one of those games where we could probably sit and talk for 15, 20 minutes about it. They're the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've fallen apart. They're back to where they were a couple years ago.
Now we're sitting here talking about them not even making the fucking playoffs.
Right. Yeah.
Sad.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. No debate there, Mr. DJ Skinny Penis. Who you gonna go with?
Man, I gotta go with the Rams because the Eagles might as well just get themselves a bunch of Philly cheesesteaks and just veg out, man. It's not even gonna be close, Holmes.
Oh my god.
Oh man, Philly cheesesteaks. That's one of my favorite foods. I think a lot of people are gonna go with the Rams. No question. So our final game, is the Monday night game between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers.
You gotta go with fucking DJ Skinny Penis on this one.
DJ Skinny Penis? Who you gotta go with?
God damn it. Yo, I gotta go with the New Orleans Saints because them Panthers are being whack, yo. They can't even win against it. Can't even win against a damn paper bag, yo.
Interesting.
Oh man. This has been awesome. Heather, JP, who you gonna go with?
I'm going with the Saints. The Panthers have not really shown me much this year.
Where is the game at?
This one is in Carolina.
My upset special. I'm going with the Panthers.
Oh man, he's going with the Panthers.
The Saints have not. Didn't they lose 2 weeks ago and then had to fight to fucking win this week?
Yeah, they struggled to beat Tampa Bay this week.
Where was that game at? Was that on the road?
Ooh, that game? Ooh, let's see here. No, this one. Yeah, that was actually in Tampa Bay. So
then the game that they lost the week prior.
Was
on the road. I think it was on the road as well. 3 straight road games, if I remember correctly. I think it was the Saints were on the road. They're on the road again this week. And what did I say? The Saints can't win outside of their own fucking stadium against a team that, although mediocre, you've seen that they struggled against Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They lost to a decent team on the road. They're going to lose to another team that can win. They are in a playoff hunt still.
It was the Thursday game against the Cowboys that they lost. Remember they lost.
Yeah, they didn't even fucking move the ball. I'm going with the Saints have hit a wall. They have finally, everybody's starting to figure them out. They better fucking do something else. And I called that. That's who I think Green Bay is going to go after is their offensive coordinator. Do you know who he is?
No, actually, can't remember who he is.
He is the grandson of Vince Lombardi.
Really?
Joe Lombardi is the offensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints. Oh. I could see them going after him.
Okay, cool. That actually makes sense too. So
it does to me.
They've got going back to a family, runs with the family. That makes sense.
And he's a very respected coach. I do know that. I think Aaron Rodgers will love working with him with what he's done with Drew Brees.
Yep, totally agree with that one. I'm gonna go with the Saints. I think that the Carolina Panthers they need this win, but I don't see them winning. Something's going on with Carolina where they can't put enough points to win games. So I think that the Saints are going to put up enough points just to beat them. So don't expect too high, like maybe about 28 points they're probably going to score. So it's on the road, right? So was the rest of the chat rooms? Oh yeah, DJ Skinny Face is me. He was. We went in first.
Rick went with me. Panthers. Trevor went with the Saints. Almost everybody went with the Saints except for me and Rick.
And D. Wells.
That is your.
No, he went with the Saints. He said, "Sorry, Panthers, you have to go with the Saints." It's all right. It's just the. Did he? Oh, he did. No, he didn't. He went with the Saints, and then he said, "LOL," and then he went, "Sorry, Panthers, have to go with the Saints."
Yeah. You scroll up to underneath Cody. He retracted a message there. That's where he said. Panthers.
Well, I don't know why you gotta fucking yell at me. Shit, I didn't see that. I'm not paying attention to that shit.
Well, I think we've done it, everybody. We've gone through week 15 and we've made our picks and everything like that. Well done. And this has definitely been one of my favorite episodes.
It's definitely been one of my favorite episodes too. I actually got to fucking vent and get off my chest. Now, I do want to say that I respect everybody's opinion, although I disagree with the Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady thing. It's a matter of taste. If you think Tom Brady's a better quarterback, that's fine. But you better know what Tom Brady is. He's a system quarterback that cannot fucking move. So he has to have a good offensive line. Aaron Rodgers is one of those guys. Imagine Aaron Rodgers behind that offensive line. Or getting rid of the ball quickly the way that Tom Brady does. That's why he doesn't get sacked a lot. He gets the ball, throws it. He gets the ball, throws it. He doesn't go for the deep throw if he does. And two, they have a great running game too. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Tom Brady's always been like that. Just quick pass, short passes and that. So
yeah.
Anything else you guys want to add, Mr. The special guest of honor of tonight, Mr. DJ Skinny Penis? Thanks for making your picks tonight.
Yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been real, homie. I'll see y'all motherfuckers next week. Peace out.
Hey, any last words from you, Heather or JP?
No.
And just that, again, it's probably going to be another one of those fucking weeks. Just be ready for it. And go Warhawks. UW Whitewater Warhawks. They're in the playoffs for football. Division III. So I have one of the kids that I coach is playing football there. So.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, he's having a good year. So plays right tackle, I think.
Oh, and if you have any film footage of him, let us know so we can see.
I'm sure there's some out there. I don't have personally any. I can just tell you what kind of play. He's never going to make it in the NFL. He's too small, but he's a good kid, smart. He stays on his blocks. If he doesn't go to the next level until he has to. So he's a good ball player.
Well, everybody is always welcome here. We always love just the game itself. So it doesn't matter if you're going to get pros or not. We just love the game and studying how people can play. So I want to thank all of you who have joined this episode of the Sideline Study. I want to thank the Colbo Joe for making his return after a couple weeks. I want to thank Heather for obviously, and we didn't get to see her too much, but we know she's there. I want to thank Mr. DJ Skinny Penis, aka Mr. Bobbit. Thanks for bringing the fun tonight, bro. And I want to thank all of you who have been in the chat room, just making this show fun for each of us every week. And I look forward to another week of football with everybody. And hey, see you next week, guys.
Yep.